Let's go Falcons! Hey yo, batter up, let the ball begin. Solano Falcons, bout to show you how you win. Cause this is our year, man forget the past. We taking over right now with our pitching staff. Yo, it's game time, so let the games begin. Solano on the field and we gain in a win. Hey yo, it's game time, don't you hear the people chant? Cause this is our house, make way for the champ, it's game time.
Welcome everybody, Chris Bagley along with my broadcast partners Soa Balazzi and Anthony Williams here at Billy Louise Yarborough Stadium on the Solano College Sports Network. We have a great matchup today between the visiting San Mateo Bulldogs and your Solano College Falcons. So guys, San Mateo has taken the first two games of the three-game series convincingly, both a 12-5 victory and an 11-0 victory. What does Solano need to do in order to avoid the sweep today?
Well, in the 12-5 loss against San Mateo, John Yancey pitched really well and shut down the offense significantly. He went 6.1 innings, only allowed 3 hits, but prior to those 3 hits, he allowed no hits. So I believe with great pitching can shut down the offense like they did before.
Yeah, like Sawad said, great pitching is always key, but Solano also needs to get the bats going because they did start off strong against San Mateo in the 12-5 loss, but after that 7th inning, they were just dead completely. So look for them to start swinging the bats great today.
Bats have been quiet for Solano, trying to wake them up today. Now, so you had the lineup for visiting Mateo?
Yes, I do. All right. Hitting leadoff, playing right field, we have Jack McCarthy. Playing shortstop, hitting in the second position, we have Kevin Jordan. Playing center field, hitting third, Chris Papapetro. Playing first base, hitting cleanup, we have Angelo Bardolian. Playing left field, we have Anthony Flores hitting 5th. Playing DH, we have Sean Prozel in the 6th position. In the 7th hole, we have Kealu Ramos catching. And the pitcher today for the San Mateo Bulldogs, we have Wyatt Tucker.
Thank you, Soad. And now your lineup for your Solano Falcons.
Isaiah Verrett, center field, Armijo High School.
Roberto Diaz, shortstop, Jesse Bethel High School.
Kyle Krebs, right field, Carson High School.
Jared Denning, catcher, American Canyon High School.
Nathan Gutierrez, first base, the American Canyon High School.
Tyler Pearsall, DH, Wood High School.
Elias Diaz, third base, Jesse Bethel High School.
Justin Brown, left field, St. Joseph Notre Dame High School.
Teddy Natter, pitcher, Demonte Ranch High School.
Welcome back, everybody. As you see, starting pitcher for your Falcons, Teddy Natter, getting his warm-up pitches in.
Very excited for the game today. You know, they are down 0-0 in this, or excuse me, 0-2 in the series. But you know what? Solano has proven to be the underdogs, and when they are the underdogs, they can come back. So hopefully they can turn it around this game.
Yeah, Solano is definitely known for coming back even when they look like they're out of it. So don't give up on Solano yet.
Yeah, we saw that last year towards the end. They struggled obviously a bit in the beginning of the season, and towards the end of the season kind of picked it up for some of the slack at least, but unable to make the playoffs. As leadoff hitter for the Bulldogs, Jack McCarthy gets ready to step in. Bit of a breeze here today. Always in Fairfield though.
It's definitely different from the last game we were here. It was really hot in the beginning and then it started to get cold, but not really breezy like right now. You can see the flags moving.
First pitch. 4 strike.
And you can tell that with the breeze that it's going to kill every ball that's going to hit in the outfield.
Yeah, the wind is heading towards left field today. A lot of balls, like I said, ended up probably going to die. Fastball misses, 1-1.
Yeah, and great job by Natter establishing the fastball early on.
Getting that first strike, exactly.
The 1-1. Curveball outside, 2-1.
And you know, San Mateo, they're not in the Bay Valley Conference, so this isn't a conference matchup, but you still would like to win these games and kind of boost your morale as a team.
Misses, 3-1. Yeah, Solano has a very, very tough schedule. Non-conference schedule, that is. San Mateo ranked 4th in the preseason polls, so nonetheless, a very strong team. The 3-1 from Natter. Fastball finds it. Full count.
Yeah, Natter is really going to have to rely on that fastball in this game. It seems like he has the most control with the fastball.
The 3-2. Ball 4. So McCarthy will take his base. Not exactly what you wanted to do to start off the game.
Yeah, you never want to start the game or honestly any inning with the first hitter advancing via the walk. But, you know, easy double play, you can get out of this fly out and you're out the inning. So try to look more into the positive rather than, oh, give up a free base. Well, that's what I'm trying to do lately.
Kevin Jordan's ready to step in. Went 1 for 5 on Tuesday at Solano as Natter checks on McCarthy there at first base.
Yeah, being a left-handed pitcher, he has the obvious vantage point with facing first base. So I doubt anyone today is going to take that big of a lead with Natter on the mound today.
Natter delivers. Fastball at the letters for a ball.
Yeah, Natter should really try to keep the ball low and try to get the grind out. Like you said, get the double play. That's 2 outs already.
Good job, Anthony. I know you don't really know much about baseball, but so far so good.
Girl, I used to play baseball. I don't know what you're talking about. Little League champs.
Oh, I'm sorry, Little League.
In there for a strike.
I know you do the play-by-play for the Solano Falcons basketball team, so props to you.
Thank you.
This isn't your first time in the broadcast booth.
Not at all.
Check on it over there on McCarthy. The 1-1. Fastball popped up. Under it is Carvantes for the first out.
You can tell between pitches, Natter is staring down McCarthy at first base, letting him know his presence on the mound and how he has his eye out on him. And don't steal on me, basically.
Yeah, before he threw that last pitch, he looked at him for about like 5 seconds before he threw it.
And McCarthy has 0 stolen bases so far in the first 3 games of the season. Could steal. Could take off, but Natter is holding him on.
And the wind definitely picked up in the last few seconds right now. Our scoreboard little thing over there is kind of blowing away.
Once again, check on over to McCarthy. Back in there easily. Lefty matchup. Everett Lau. 2 for 4 on that game on Tuesday. Fastball out of the zone, 1-1. Defensive alignment for Solano. We have from left to right, Justin Brown, Isaiah Barrett, and Kyle Krebs. Left to right, Elias Diaz, Roberto Diaz, Gabe Caravantes, Nate Gutierrez. Teddy Natter is your pitcher, and behind the dish is Jared Denning,
AKA known as the Wall.
The 1-1 curveball doesn't find the zone. Okay, I was waiting for it. Umpire is a little bit of a delay on his calls, but 2-1. See if McCarthy takes off here for a hit and run count. Right side is wide open. The 2-1 curveball fouled left side out of play. 2-2. Sounds like it hit a car.
I hope not.
These sound effects, I'm really happy they're back.
Another set. Delivers. Ground ball over to Carvantes. To Diaz. On over to first to complete the double play to end the inning. Nice job right there from the Falcons as they get out of it smoothly. 1-2-3. They'll head to the bottom of the half. Isaiah Verrett, Roberto Diaz, and Kyle Krebs.
Hey, Tay Natter here. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Isaiah Verrett getting ready to get the first licks on for the Falcons. Freshman out of Armiel High School in Fairfield, as Wyatt Tucker is ready and delivers a first pitch fastball for a strike. Tucker had a 5-inning outing in the first game against Delta College as the Bulldogs went down 3-2. Had 4 strikeouts and only gave up 1 hit and 1 run. Verrett swings on, hits that into right center for Blue. That's going to get down for a base hit.
You know, that's exactly what I was talking about with the winds. Anything that's hit there usually is the easy fly ball, but with the wind picking up as of recently, it's going to be one of those, what do you call, Bermuda triangle of death, where it just falls right in between those 3 infielders, or the 2 infielders and the outfielder.
Yeah, great job for Tucker as he gets the first hit of the game and gets Solano off to a good start.
See if the Falcons can do some early damage against Wyatt Tucker. Verrett has some speed over there at first, has the only stolen base for the Falcons so far in the first 3 games. Roberto Diaz, shortstop for the Falcons, steps in as Tucker steps off. Outfielders playing in, especially McCarthy over there in right field. And Tucker is taking a sweet time, finally sets, and Diaz steps out.
That's what you have to do when you're the person in the box. When you know the pitch is taking too long, you have to change it to your momentum, and that's what Roberto did. So props to him.
Tucker sets, Diaz shows bunt, pulls back for a ball.
I don't think he's going to bunt in this at-bat. I think he just wanted to see where the third baseman was playing and how aggressive the infield's going to be.
Maybe draw him in.
Mm-hmm.
That's Angelo Borderland over there at third base, playing even with the bases. Diaz shows bunt, butts it down the third baseline, but foul.
Just kidding.
So you were wrong.
He heard me say that, and he wanted to prove me wrong.
And he definitely did that.
He did, so I'm never going to speak on that again. batting gloves, which someone who loves the vintage baseball era can appreciate. And the stirrups, so.
Real old school look.
I'm really feeling it.
Tucker takes a sign from Ramos, sets, delivers, swing and a miss from Diaz, down 1-2.
Yeah, and Diaz trying to put that one right between the shortstop and first baseman.
So bunt situation seems to be off. Borderland over there, third, steps a little bit back. Fastball at the shin for a ball, 2-2. Defensive alignment for the Bulldogs. Anthony Flores over in left, Chris Papapietro in center, Jack McCarthy over in right. Third to first, Angelo Borderland at third, Kevin Jordan at short, Everett Lau at second, Alec Ackerman over there at first. Wyatt Tucker on the mound, and behind the dish is Keolu Ramos. As Tucker throws on over to first and just gets in there is Verrett. He looked out to us.
That would have been a really messy play and would have put the Falcons in a really bad position.
Yeah, definitely would have changed the momentum of the game.
Caught flat-footed. Ball beat him, but somehow got in. So break for the Falcons. See if Diaz can get on base. Ground ball up the middle. Right over his glove in Jordan. So that'll be an E6. Diaz reaches on the air, first and second, with Kyle Krebs stepping up.
He hit that ball so hard. It was
right fielder.
Yeah, he had to be positioned very well for him to actually make the catch there.
Yeah, tough play.
It did look like it took a weird hop, maybe on the lip of the infield grass. And with Roberto's speed, you know he's going to be safe at first.
Puts a little bit of pressure on Jordan over there. And he had a rough day on Tuesday as well. Had, I want to say it was 3 errors in the game. Just not used to the grass at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. As Krebs shows bunt, Tucker makes a move over to second, but doesn't throw on over.
There was a total of 4 errors in that 12-5 loss from the Bulldogs, 0 from the Falcons. So you can see that their defense was just a little bit more sharp.
Tucker seems thus far a slow working pitcher. Taking his time up there on the mound as he gets a sign from Ramos. Krebs once again shows bunt. Fouls it. Down 0-1.
Yeah, and you've seen Angelo Borderland. He came straight in for the bunt because they were expecting it, and the shortstop, Kevin Jordan, took over for the third base.
Yeah, wheel play from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was great coverage by Jordan to get over to third. No man's land with Verrett still at second.
Tucker hicks on over to second, but Verrett in there.
Yeah, they're trying to catch Verrett sleeping, but he's not falling for anything.
Tucker seems to be distracted by the base runners of Solano. Maybe Krebs gets a fastball if he doesn't end up bunting, and puts the Falcons on the board. Tucker sets, delivers, curveball at the head. Krebs able to duck on under. 1-1. Wind's picking up a little bit here at Bill and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Krebs shows bunt. And once again, Tucker steps off.
Yeah, Tucker is really bothered by the runners right now. And in this situation, I would mostly focus on Krebs at bat and focus on getting at least one out. because we're still in the first inning and there's no outs. So instead of worrying about picking off the runner, just worry about what you can control, which is the person in the box, which is Kyle Krebs.
Yeah, he's showing a lack of focus right now. Like you said, focusing on Krebs would be the smarter choice rather than the base runners.
And he's showing bunt both times, so just give it to him and then try to get that out.
Yes, first baseman Ackerman right there. And Krebs once again fouls it off. 1-2. If Krebs pulled back, Ackerman would have been toast. That head probably would have been popped off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when Borderland did the same thing. Like, if he swings, your head is really going to come off.
I'd say he was up at least maybe 15
Yeah.
feet in front of Krebs. So really, really close. We got a time from Krebs this time.
You know what though? Krebs knows that Tucker on the mound is kind of he's losing his mind in a sense, and he's focusing more on the runners. So why don't you keep messing him up and calling timeout, which is a great idea.
Trying to get in his head as Tucker delivers a changeup, it seemed like, off the end of the bat. In Krebs, and Tucker unable to field it cleanly.
That's what, you know what, John Smoltz, Hall of Famer, he'd be really mad right now. He's Hall of Fame pitcher. He's all about the PFPs, the pitcher's fielding practice. And in that situation, you have to set your feet and don't let it get under you. So great job from Krebs to hustle over there. And even though the ball was right in front of him and it looked like a quote-unquote easy out, safely on first, and now the bases are loaded with no outs.
Seemed to have some movement on it still as it went off the end of the bat. And Tucker, like you said, unable to set his feet and field it cleanly. So, would you give him a base hit on that one?
I give it a base hit.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that, Soad. So bases juiced for power hitter Jared Denning. As he gets a fastball, pops it up. That's in play. And making the catch is Ackerman for the first out.
You know, you never want to have your big guy at the plate and swinging on the first pitch and popping out like that, but you have to look at the bright side, which is only one out. Bases are still juiced. Gabe Caravantes is now at the plate, and damage can still be done.
Denning just getting under it. But that's what you want, you know, your fourth hitter swinging on that first pitch fastball. You know, he has that trust, the ability to do it, but unable to capitalize. As that'll bring in Caravantes at the plate as he takes a first pitch fastball for a strike.
And look for Tucker to be more aggressive with only one out and the bases are loaded.
An easy double play if you could get that ground ball.
The 0-1 from Tucker. Fastball driven right side out of play. Quickly down 0-2.
I will say this, though. Tucker has been on the mound a really long time. He's thrown a lot of pitches. So, you know, props to the Falcons for wearing him down. That's what you always want to do. If you can't get on base, at least try to wear him out and make him throw as much pitches as possible.
The Falcons seem to be doing just that, as well as getting into his head. With stepping out, Caravantes drives out into center field. Papa Pietro seems to be under it, makes the catch, tagging is Verrett. Diaz thought about it, retreats back to second. The Falcons are on the board, 1-0.
Yeah, great job at getting the pop fly. It's a sacrifice fly. Just get the ball to the outfield and let the runner at third score.
Yeah, and in any situation, you definitely will trade in and out for a run. So granted, it is 2 outs right now, but they have a run. So that's the bright side.
That's what they did Tuesday when they took the lead for the first time. Early, led 3-0 and shriveled up on it, unable to win the game as Tucker, first pitch looked like changeup for a ball. Nate Gutierrez, first baseman for the Falcons, on up. Gutierrez 0 for 3 and on Thursday's ball game. As he hits a fastball left side. Borderland runs over to the fence, out of play.
Yeah, Roberto Diaz at second base right now is very aggressive, taking a big lead. And why not? There's 2 outs. Anything can happen, and he can have the head start.
Good speed on over there at second, like you said, and Diaz. And outfield seems to be middle depth out there. McCarthy seems to be deeper than the left side and center as Gutierrez swings and misses on the changeup, 1-2.
Very healthy rip right there. He's looking to make some damages on that pitch.
Was looking for the fastball, but Tucker able to pull the string. 1-2, trying to get out of the inning with the damage limited. The 1-2, fastball above his head, 2-2.
He's definitely not trying to have Nate Gutierrez up there comfortable in the plate, hitting him high and low. Trying to change it up a little bit, why not?
Yeah, Gutierrez gets a fastball. He's got the right center side wide open. Just gets a piece of it. Able to stay alive. Yeah, it seems to me, I mean, we saw this on Tuesday too, the middle of the infield doesn't play towards the middle, it plays more towards the hole, 3-4 hole, 5-6 hole, which is an interesting strategy to say the least, because all hitters are trying to just drive the fastball up the middle. First and second, 2 out. Diaz on second, Krebs on first. And Tucker on over to second once again, keeping Diaz close.
Yes, you know, Diaz is on his mind right now. He really doesn't want to give Diaz a chance to even come in for the second round of the game.
Yeah, Diaz already in scoring position, being at second. So that is weighing heavy on his mind.
Fastball driven into center field. Papa Pietro seems to be under it and does make the catch to end the inning. So the Falcons able to score the run on the Caravantes sacrifice fly. Bulldogs look to even it up here in the top of the second.
Hey ladies, I'm Isaiah Verrett. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hey fellas, this is Kyle Krebs, and thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Chris Papa Pietro leading off the top half of the second for the Bulldogs. Natter with a successful first inning, 1-2-3, and able to get that double play ball to get out of it as he gets a first pitch fastball for a strike in there. And Papa Pietro seems to not agree with the call.
There's a call that I still don't know what happened that has to do with him in the last game.
Fastball driven into right field. Krebs goes back. Able to make the catch for the first out.
Yeah, and Teddy Natter just seems so much more comfortable knowing that his team has one run and the visitors don't have any runs. So, he's going to be more comfortable and look for him to be aggressive.
Yeah, once you get a lead, as a pitcher up there, you get a lot more confidence because you have a couple more pitches to play with and, etc. As first pitch fastball once again from Natter, in there for a strike to Borderland. DO1, ground ball over to Carvantes to second, fields it cleanly on over to first for the second out. Quick 1-2 from Natter, looking for another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, he's feeling real good right now. If he could get this 1-2-3 out inning, he's going to feel wonderful going into the next inning.
Yeah, that's what we saw from Yancey on Tuesday. Had amazing performance, to say the least, on Tuesday as he pitched a 7 1/3 perfect game. As first pitch fastball from Natter for a strike. Alec Ackerman, first baseman for the Bulldogs, steps on up. Fouled the fastball quickly down 0-2.
Yeah, and if you're Natter, you could definitely make him chase, or you don't have to throw a strike right now. You could throw a ball just outside, try to make him chase, play with his pitches.
A couple pitches to work with. Exactly. The fastball at the shins. 1-2. See if we see a breaking ball here from Natter. Curveball just misses. 2-2. Fastball in the dirt. 3-2.
And now you have to throw a strike now. He had 3 pitches, 3 balls straight actually, and now you have to attack the strike zone.
Yeah, gotta be aggressive. The 3-2 from Natter. Fastball swung on, fouled back from Ackerman. Out of play. Able to stay alive. Fastball just misses. Sorry, folks. I was waiting for the umpire to pull the string, but didn't. So that'll be a walk for Ackerman. Bulldogs able to extend the inning. As that brings up left fielder Anthony Flores.
I don't know about that last pitch. It looked good to me.
Look good to everyone, Anthony. I agree.
Okay, so it's just not my vision.
First pitch fastball, fouled back, out of play from Flores. And great job from Natter today so far. In the 7 batters he's faced, 6 of them have been first pitch fastballs and 4 strikes. Thrown on over from Natter to keep Ackerman close.
Yeah, Ackerman getting a little too comfortable, trying to get to that big lead where he can for sure take off, but Natter isn't going to let him get that comfortable.
Ackerman goes, thrown over from Denning, and Ackerman is hosed over there at second from Denning. Man, how about that one?
Yeah, Jared Denning with the strong arms.
Man, so Falcons able to get out of the inning cleanly as they'll have Pearsall, Diaz, and Brown. But first, a sideline report with Soa Balazi.
Thanks, guys. So, Coach, you lost the first 2 games. You're 0-2, but how do you keep that momentum and positivity going to your guys?
You know, we knew coming into it we're playing the toughest schedule in Northern California, and if we go out and compete the right way every day, things are going to get where they need to go. So it's a matter of believing in the things that we've done all year up to this point, and these guys just believing in themselves and each other to go out and compete hard every day, and some of those breaks are going to start to fall. We're going to be where we need to be.
Exactly. So can you explain to us what happened in the last game? I believe it was in the 7th inning. Chris Papapetro was at bat. There was a bit of confusion. We didn't know if it was a sac fly, if he's out. Can you explain it?
You know, it's just one of those weird baseball situations. Unfortunately, you know, the officials we get are top notch, and they managed to work through it and figure it out.
All right, thank you, and good luck to you and your boys today. Thank you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Thank you, Soa. As we're back in the bottom of the second with DH Tyler Pearsall taking a first pitch swing on the fastball from Tucker. 0-1.
Yeah, look for Solano to have another good inning and get some more runs on the board.
Curveball from Tucker, fouled again, quickly down 0-2. Pearsall, two-way player this year, did a lot of pitching for the Falcons last year as he was the closer, had 9 saves, and a really successful season. Look like a breaking ball for a ball. 1-2, and that middle of the field once again is wide open for Pearsall.
Yeah, there's a gigantic hole right there between the shortstop and second baseman.
Ground ball softly hit on over to first. Ackerman fields it cleanly. That'll be a 3 unassisted for the first out.
I know Pearsall was waiting for that one to go foul so he could get another chance, but the ball just never went past the foul line.
Elias Diaz.
Yeah, hoping for a foul ball, sending a prayer, but unfortunately in fair territory, and Ackerman fields it for the first out. And that'll bring up Elias Diaz. First pitch swinging, 0-1. The 0-1. 1-1.
Yeah, you know, Diaz is just waiting for that perfect pitch to hit the ball right up that hole.
Fastball out of the zone, hits the grass and pops up to the netting. Right in front of our main cameraman, Greg Poff, also our instructor for the sports broadcasting program.
Greg is always telling us how don't be afraid of the ball, just get the camera, get the shot that you need, but let's see how he got that one.
As Diaz swings on, it's a ground ball chopper over to Lau to first for the second out.
He's a pro, so he didn't flinch.
Up next to the plate, left fielder, number 36, Justin Brown.
Justin Brown will look to extend the inning for the Falcons.
Yeah, Justin Brown, he definitely has probably the best walk-up song so far during the season.
I'd have to agree, Anthony.
I agree as well. So I asked Chris in our last game what his walk-up song would be. He didn't answer. I'll get back to him in a second.
Ooh.
But after this pitch, can you tell us what your walk-up song would be?
My walk-up song would be Black Skinhead by Kanye West.
I'm not surprised. You're a Kanye person, so.
Yeah.
And Chris, you had 3 days to think about this, so.
It was so odd.
You're going to have to give me an answer sometime.
Once again. As Brown hits a fastball into center field for a base hit. So that defensive alignment from the Bulldogs not paying off.
That was a great piece of hitting right there, right up the middle. And the sound right off the bat, you know that was hit solid, and just great piece of hitting all around from Justin. All right, now tell me your walk-up song. Don't think I forgot.
So odd.
Is it the Barney theme song?
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. Let's go with that, Anthony.
It's okay.
I like it.
Okay.
Gets him pumped.
Tucker throws on over to first to check on Brown. Brown's in there safely.
You know, High School Musical, they get me pumped sometimes. I go, no? Okay.
I mean, you are still a baby, so.
Okay.
It's fair.
Brown with a healthy lead at first.
He looks antsy over there. Maybe looking to steal. Get him in scoring position for Verrett. There he goes. Takes on over to second, but Verrett fouls it back behind, out of play.
Looked like a classic hit and run right there.
Yeah, but I don't think Brown needed the hit anyway because he seemed like he was halfway there while the pitch was still going across the plate, so he probably would have got there anyway.
Great jump. See if he looks to steal again. It's Tucker. Quick step off. Doesn't throw over.
Yeah, and with Brown attempting to steal that last pitch, now Tucker knows that he's going to steal, so it's on his mind.
Tucker sets. Delivers. There goes Brown again. Fastball up in the zone, but Lau unable to corral it. That'll be a stolen base for Justin Brown.
That was a great jump right there and sliding head first into second base, which is kind of dangerous in a way because you can hurt your fingers easily. We saw that happen to Mike Trout last year, but there's nothing much you can do. But all around, it was great, and now we have runner in scoring position, 2 outs, and let's see if the Falcons can jump on that.
Brett, RBI opportunity as Brown's now at second from the stolen base, and Tucker once again steps off. I think we're going to see a lot of that today, guys.
Yeah, they're going to try to make Tucker very uncomfortable during this game.
1-1 to Verrett. Tucker checks, delivers. Fastball low. 2-1.
You know, I've said this a million times, and I'll continue to say this. It's, at the end of the day, the pitcher's game. He controls the timing. He controls the pace of everything. So if he needs to step off, he's going to do it. And he's going to try to change everyone's mentality on that. And same with the hitter. He could step off, too.
The 2-1. Breaking ball. For a ball. I apologize for the long delays. This umpire just has the slow reaction time or whatever it is. So
he's just taking his time. Let him think about the call.
Yeah. Why are you trying to rush him?
No, I'm not trying to rush him at all. But
goodness.
How about you?
It's on the slower side. It's on the slower side.
Yeah. My favorite umpires are the eccentric ones.
3-1 fastball fouled out of play.
The ones that have all those hand movements and they're really loud, the funny
really
ones.
into it.
Like the ones that strike.
Yeah. And then they do like, I think it was like a Little League game or something. I saw an intentional talk on MLB Network, and he would do the splits. Like he would do a little dance and do the splits after every strikeout.
That's going to the extreme. Wow.
Man.
That's his little exercise. Let him do it. If it makes him happy, let him live his life.
Yeah, I would have pulled the hamstring, quad muscles,
my
calf
ACL's
muscles. Yeah, everything.
Ground ball over to Borderland. Nice play over to third. On over to Ackerman to end the inning. So Falcons unable to capitalize on the stolen base from Justin Brown. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, as the Bulldogs will get their licks in the top of the third.
Me llamo Elías Díaz. Gracias por viendo the Solano College Sports Network.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game,
or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
it's more than just sports, it's an education.
him back. As Anthony Flores steps in.
I want to go back on that Angelo Borderland play at third base. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and that was the reason. That amazing pick he made to his shoulder and then threw it perfectly to Ackerman at first base to get the out and end the inning. Just great play all around by Angelo Borderland.
They look like a Nolan Arenado type play over there at third.
And we don't throw those Nolan Arenado out like that, and that was Nolan Arenado. I really like that. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. So ground ball hit on over right past Diaz for a base hit. It's a nice piece of hitting right there from Flores to start it off.
Yeah, Flores trying to rally his team and get off to an aggressive start. And, right now, San Mateo, they need to put up runs.
Indeed they do. Falcons need to hold on to this 1-0 lead. Still early in the game, so we all know anything could happen. For example, on Tuesday, as Natter checks on Flores over there first.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a pitcher's duel right now. I mean, we've had a bunch of hits, bunch of people on base. As a whole, we had a bases loaded at one point, but if you look at the score, it's a classic pitcher's duel right now.
Once again, a pickoff move from Natter. And both pitchers so far, that seems to be part of the game plan up there on the mound. Try to slow the pace of the game and really keep these runners close. Natter delivers fastball out of the zone.
And like you said, it's early in the game, but Natter has established his confidence on the mound and has established his presence, so hopefully he can continue that throughout this inning with the lead, with the runner on first.
Flores with a little shimmy.
I love pitchers that have their own thing, like you said, the shimmy, the Johnny Cueto shimmy, excuse me. I love, like, Tim Lincecum comes unorthodox wind up. I love when pitchers have their own thing instead of just, they get the ball and throw the ball.
Pitch from Natter in there for a strike.
Yeah, that one was really tight inside. You see the batter kind of turn his body away because he thought it was going to come for him, but it stayed in the strike zone.
And a straight fastball. 2-1, the count. Prozel the DH for San Mateo today as Natter checks on over to first. Outfield straight up. Middle of the infield double play depth. 2-1. 3-1.
Flores had a healthy lead up there, and it looks like he doesn't care that it's a left-handed pitcher on the mound right now. He's going to take the lead he wants.
Yeah, being really aggressive over there first.
You can see right there on the TV screen.
Fastball to Prozel in there for a strike. So that brings it to a full count. Do you expect Flores to go there at first?
I think he's going to go. He showed that he can take a lead without being afraid. He'll easily come back. I think he's going to go right here.
We'll wait and see here just in a sec.
And then he's going to do the opposite of what I said.
3-2. Flores goes. Blooper right over out of the reach of Caravantes. As Verrett brings it back in to Diaz. So first and third situation, still no outs. And Ramos looking to get the Bulldogs on the board.
Yeah, in that situation, there was nothing really you could do if you're Caravantes. The ball just got over you. He A for effort, but with the runner going and easily advancing to third base, now we're in a tricky situation. And now we have a runner on third base, like I mentioned, with no outs.
Yeah, and this is kind of what we seen last game between the Bulldogs and Falcons. San Mateo, they were able to get a couple of hits, and then those couple of hits turned into just a nightmare for Solano.
Yeah, the momentum definitely changed to them, and hopefully Natter here can shut it down.
See if Natter can get out of the inning unscathed as Ramos shows bunt, fouls it.
Yeah, he tried to do the Ichiro right there and just bunt and just keep running, and hopefully he'll be safe at first.
Yeah, Ichiro, his swing was just crazy because he was already fast, but he's swinging and
he's
running at the same time.
That's how the Japanese players did it. Like, that's how they hit, and he brought it here to America and definitely established it.
Without a doubt, perfected that swing, or whatever you want to call it, the process of it. Ramos bunts, fields it, is Natter not cleanly. Excuse me, so that'll be an E1 on Natter. First and second, and Bulldogs tied this ball game up.
Yeah, in that situation, it was his ball, but I would have let Denning handle that, especially because he's already facing the third. Well, if he was going to throw to home, it'd make more sense.
So
but
yeah, you were saying if you probably would have gone to Denning to throw it over to first for it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Flores was already going to score regardless to me, and instead we could have had an easy 1 out, and now no outs with the E1 and tied 1-1.
Yeah, and I think that's where Natter messed up at. He was trying to get the out at home, but maybe changed his mind at the last minute and just threw his focus
as
off.
he like misstepped over there.
Yeah, he got his footing mixed up, not under him. So first and second with top of the order, McCarthy shows bunt. Oh, and he gets Prozel sleeping, but just in there is Prozel.
It looked like Natter was in the way of Denning, so he couldn't throw that dart he usually does, but it was a good effort from Denning.
Prozel's got to be careful over there. Second, Denning gets a clear view. He's going to be hosed.
Yeah, I don't know what Prozel was thinking. He better thank Natter for not bidding down in time because he was clearly going to be out.
Yeah, it looked like he was sleeping for real. Like, he didn't know if he was going to go to third. He would have been easily out at third.
Yeah, he was stuck for a minute.
Yeah.
So Bulldogs able to catch a break. As the ball is just caught by Carvantes over there. Second, Aaron throw from Natter.
I saw Roberto Diaz go in front of Prozel, heading to third as they were trying to pick him off. Excuse me. I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
defensive.
I saw that too.
Yeah, you saw that, right? I thought it was crazy for a second, but Diaz definitely went in front of Prozel. Thankfully, nothing was called for interference.
Probably something have to do with the vision, cutting him off just for that split second.
Yeah.
Natter steps off.
Prozel definitely knows that they have his name in his mind right now, and staying a little closer to the bag as he didn't do before. And he saw Denning's gun, and he knows that if he is caught sleeping again, he's going to be hosed, like you said. He did it again.
The 1-0. Shown bunt from McCarthy. Ball gets away from Denning. Runners move to second and third. So 2 RBI situation opportunity for McCarthy.
And I noticed Diaz did that again. And I haven't watched baseball in a really long time, well, since last season, of course. But I've never seen an infielder do that. I'm probably mistaken, but it's just peculiar to me to see Diaz do it twice in 1 inning.
Yeah, like Chris said, I think it has something to do with getting in the way of Prozel's vision, because once you lock into something else, let's say Prozel follows Diaz, and just that split second, you could be thrown out.
I'm not disagreeing with Chris. All I'm saying is it's weird.
Well, I'm just letting you know.
I don't know, so thank you, Anthony.
Wow.
I got you, Chris.
Okay, so I guess it's the Anthony and Chris against Sawad day. It's usually we're usually against Chris, Anthony, so please get with the program. You have to talk bad about the Yankees and.
Why would I do that? I'm a Yankees fan.
No, you're not.
Oh my God.
I don't want to be this person, but please tell me one starting pitcher that's not CC Sabathia. Go.
Okay, and?
You can't. Okay, I'm proved right, so. Back to the game in front of us.
Like you said, I haven't watched baseball in a very long time either. So now.
The 1-1-2 McCarthy. Change up at the feet of Denning for a ball.
Now that play always confuses me. I could only imagine for Denning when the ball is literally next to your foot and you're panicking, but thankfully Denning wasn't panicked at all.
2-1. Infield in. 3-1. Still no outs. Natter sets. The 3-2. Changeup just misses out of the zone. So that'll load the bases. But now a double play opportunity.
Exactly. You always have to look at the positive in the situation. The bases are loaded. There are no outs right now, but what do we still have? A double play. So just getting 2 outs with the run scoring, they can easily take that. That's a win for Solano if they can turn a double play with just letting them score 1.
First pitch to Jordan for a ball, and Denny goes out to the pitcher, Natter. Corners in, middle of the infield looks to be playing double play depth. Jordan popped out his first time up.
Yeah, and look for Natter to get him to repeat the last at-bat.
Maybe throw his changeup right now, buckle his knees.
Yeah, seems to be working the bottom of the zone, just not getting the calls from the umpire. The 1-0 to Jordan, fastball fouled out of play. 1-1.
What do you think Denning said to Natter in that little meeting on the mound?
I don't think he could hear that, so I'm just letting you know. Just being honest.
Okay, anyway.
1-2.
Anthony, we're not friends right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Breaking ball, fouled left side. Foul ball.
Third base coach with the hands over there.
And he overthrows one of the Solano players over there.
He has hands, but not an arm.
It's okay. You can tell he played in his heyday.
Maybe.
1-2 to Jordan. Natter sets. The pitch. Breaking ball. Just misses on the outside part of the plate. Just didn't quite hook in.
Yeah, the crowd is not feeling it right now. They think some of the calls that have been called balls have been strikes indeed. Along with the dugout of Solano.
Fastball out of play.
San Mateo has been working Teddy Natter all day, and especially in this inning with all these pitches.
The 2-2. Once again, fouled back out of play.
And no, Chris, that wasn't a car. That was just a sound effect.
Thanks, Odd. I needed that clarification.
You're welcome.
He was thinking about his car.
Well, the other game, he thought a Falcon was on the field.
No.
Yeah, we have proof. We
That
have
was-
proof.
You guys just did not let me, or excuse me, so I didn't let me finish my evaluation on the play.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, and it hit a Falcon. Seems clear to me, Chris.
What I had meant was Falcon as in a player. Thanks, guys.
2-2 the count.
See if Natter can set Jordan down. The pitch. Fastball driven into right field. Drifting right side out of play. Krebs has room. And able to make the catch is Krebs. Phenomenal play out there.
He had a phenomenal play the game before where he completely laid out like Superman, and over here running down in foul territory, which reminds me of Oakland, how the foul territory seems to never end, and he made the play going into the bullpen mound and got up quickly and still had the time to throw in the ball and only have 1 run score instead of 2. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to get to it, but he definitely proved me wrong.
Yeah, the wind drifting that ball looked like it was going to be out of play, but Krebs, great catch out there in right field, able to get Natter and out. So it'll be second and third, 1 out, and Everett Lau at the plate.
I mean, the run did score, so it is 2-1 right now. San Mateo leading, but you always want to get an out over a run. You always have to think like that.
Fastball swung on and missed. 1-1.
And you know, when Krebs comes back into the dugout, he's going to have a lot of people waiting for him. A lot of high fives and hugs and good jobs.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get a lot of hugs for that last catch.
Fastball driven out of play, left side.
Yeah, that one went kind of far. I might have
That
to
one
check
might
on my
have
car.
hit,
As long as I don't hear any glass, I'm
You don't
fine.
have insurance? Come on.
Of course I got insurance. But just in case, you know.
Breaking ball rings him up as Loud does a little window shopping. Natter has 2 outs now. That'll be Chris Papapietro looking to extend the inning.
Finally getting the call that he's been waiting. And like you said, caught looking for the second out.
Yeah, the not referee, but
I'm
the
sorry, it's
umpire.
baseball.
I know, I just had to
He's
switch
still-
sports for a
he's-
minute.
yeah,
you know,
basketball
just
mode.
broadcasted last night. Well, yeah. But the umpire hasn't been giving Natter any cushion on the calls at the plate, so it's nice for him to finally get one.
Also, you know, it's called runs and not points, right?
I've
Just-
been saying runs all
I'm
day.
just making sure.
So I'm letting you know.
Anthony.
1-1.
The last rally from last game started with Papapietro.
Yep.
So
Yeah, and the confusing play where a balk, not balk, sack fly, that was sack fly, continued his at bat. Confusion.
yeah, because I was on the camera and I was just waiting for something to happen. He never left the plate or the batter's box, so I was just wondering like what happened.
And Chris and I were confused. I think we were confused and still confused. Brian, our producer, still confused. We were told that it was a balk that started the confusion. Still confused. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Just
Actually,
confused.
that does make sense now that our producer Brian has said that, because fastball driven to Diaz, fields it cleanly on over to first. Gutierrez able to dish it out to end the inning. We'll get back to that in the bottom half of the third. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error in the inning. Falcons looking to tie it back up.
Hi, this is Roberto Diaz, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Roberto Diaz.
Roberto Diaz stepping on in the bottom of the third as the Bulldogs able to take the lead in the top half.
It's only natural that the guy that made the play to end the inning starts off the next. And a great play, too. It looked like he waited a little too long and the ball could have gone past him, but he stretched and threw to first and got the out. Fantastic play.
Diaz takes a first pitch fastball for a ball. Diaz, you know, we're not used to seeing him play infield, especially shortstop, as he played a majority last year at center field. But so far, so good.
Yeah, definitely. He's proved his range to not certainly us and his teammates, of course. And in the outfield, he could cover anything. He could go from left center to right center with a split of a second. He's just great.
Fastball in there for a strike. Looked like it caught the inside part of the plate as Diaz is down 1-2. Kyle Krebs on deck for the Falcons.
Another guy with a great play.
As that hits Diaz in the foot.
Diaz, I remember I believe it's 2 seasons ago, he was hit, I want to say 9 times.
20,
I'm going to look it up to see his exact number. But he was hit by a pitch machine.
Yeah, I think Kyle Krebs has the second best walk-up song to me.
As Krebs is meeting with his coach in Salampa over at third. Just a quick little discussion. Maybe talking about a bunt here. Tucker ready, Krebs ready. Diaz with a conservative lead over there at first. Not looking to go, it looks like. As Tucker sets. Delivers. Bunt shown by Krebs. Fouled. 0-1.
And that's definitely a good idea. You're sacrificing a bunt to advance your runner at first to second into scoring position.
It seems to be the recipe of success for the Falcons so far. Small ball. But even then, I think that maybe Salampa might have took that at a Stover's kind of scheme as Tucker throws on over to check on Diaz.
So I looked up the stat I threw out about Roberto Diaz being hit in the 2017 season. He was hit 13 times.
Wow.
13.
That's a lot. He doesn't seem to crowd the plate or anything like that. Breaking ball. Hit off of Krebs into left field for a base hit. Diaz with a big turn over there at second. But first and second, no outs. And big power lefty, Jared Denning on up.
You know, very impressed with Kyle Krebs. Last year he didn't play that much. He was mostly a pinch hitter kind of guy. But he has shown in the last 2 games that I've seen that he's definitely a starter. And he can definitely leave his name out there. Defensively and offensively. He's basically clutch all around is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Krebs 6'1", 185 freshman out of Carson City, Nevada. Looks to be a big piece for the Falcons this season.
Yeah, everyone wants to always say, how are you gonna do it without Jack Pridey? How are you gonna do it without that? Like that. Just call on the guys that you can trust.
Yeah, Jared Denning, definitely a fantastic athlete, and he's gonna be a very important piece for Solano's success this season.
Yeah, like we're always gonna miss that knockout punch with Denning or Pridey Denning or Denning Pridey, but we have Krebs and Denning now.
Maybe a new duo in the making. 1-0, changeup. Flares off, 2-0. Not what you want if you're Tucker. Get him behind one of the best hitters, if not the best, on Solano and Denning.
Yeah, the wind definitely picked. I know we keep saying this almost every inning, but it's almost like the wind would die down for, like 5-10 minutes and then pick up right away. Heavy wind right now.
Wind definitely a factor playing today as Denny takes a fastball in there for a strike. Two-one count, hitters count for Denning. Maybe looking for a fastball here. Tucker gets the sign. Delivers. Changeup. And the home plate umpire calls him on the swing. That was a bit questionable. Didn't even check on the field umpire. So Denning, 2-2. Long stare down. Tucker finally sets. And does a little move. Jordan gives him the sign over there at short. Tucker sets quickly. The pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Catches Denning looking, so that'll be the first out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 13, Gabe Caravantes.
So I'll bring up Gabe Caravantes, second baseman for the Falcons. Looking to get the Falcons back on the board and tie it up.
I want to say he has my favorite walk-up song.
First and second, one out. Fastball driven right side. Ackerman over there first looks to have room and ball flares out of play. I love that sound effect.
So your favorite movie is Finding Nemo, that's what you're saying?
He can't even name a walk-up song. He doesn't have a favorite movie.
I guess I don't.
He didn't know it was from Finding Nemo. He was like, wait, where's that from?
I thought it was from Madagascar.
Madagascar?
Yeah, I thought it was from Madagascar for some reason.
You thought it was the Penguins?
Yes, that's exactly what I thought it was.
See? Not even a Disney fan. That's weird. Yankees fan, not a Disney fan. It's just all around bad.
Yeah, I know if you're not a Disney fan, then Christine's really going to give you some words after this.
I am a Disney fan, though. I promise you guys. I have a annual passport.
Oh, to Disneyland.
Yeah, Disneyland, yeah.
You're going to definitely have to prove your,
your lane.
See, I mean, I like going to Disneyland, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that much about it. Like, everyone's so diehard, and I don't know.
Chris, I can't even look at you right now.
Chris, you're not doing the game anymore.
Yeah, let's
Anthony, you could do play-by-play.
And your new play-by-play announcer, Anthony Williams.
Looks like we're back.
The 1-1. Fastball hit on left side, Borderland. Fields it cleanly on over to Lau to Ackerman and completes the inning-ending double play. So Tucker, nice work. Able to have no damage in the inning as the Bulldogs look to add a little bit of insurance here on the top of the fourth. Borderland, Ackerman, Flores.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.
welcome back. As Angelo Borderland gets his first licks, he dropped a fastball into right field. Under it is Krebs, and a quick first out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
And that's what you want to do, just get the first out that quick. Angelo also started that double play to end the inning prior.
Silky smooth over there at third base. I
So
must
that
have to say.
Arenado comp wasn't too far off.
I know I did a good job, so thank you.
You're welcome. I usually do the good job, but I can give it to you sometimes.
First pitch fastball in there. 0-1.
I've been trying to nail a comp on Teddy Natter all day. I'm trying, but I don't want to be basic and be like lefty Chris Sale, ha ha ha. You know?
Breaking ball finds his own and a quick 0-2. Ooh, I'm trying to think too, so
maybe I'm being super basic.
rings him up in Ackerman. So good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
First 2 outs that quickly, that's what you want to see from the Falcons and from Teddy Natter up there, especially having that inning prior where it seemed to never end. I want to say Barry Zito because he's looking over his glove and he's standing wide.
But he's a lot quicker than Zito.
Oh, definitely a lot. You're right.
I'm trying to think too. It's going to take us a couple of innings, I think, folks. So
we'll keep you updated.
Hold your horses on that. We promise we'll get you.
The diehard question right now. A little meeting. Teddy Natter not impressed with his hands on his
Throwing
hip.
off his rhythm, and they look to be just.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're saying anything. It doesn't look like it.
Definitely not. I'm not a fan of this, and he's not putting his hand on his hip like, let's go, it's my game. So let's wrap it up. Nothing you can say is gonna throw me off.
Definitely trying to disrupt Natter's rhythm up there on the mound. He's been pretty good thus far.
Yeah, like I said, that inning where he allowed the 2 runs, the tying and then the go-ahead run, was a little stressful, but he got out of it, like I said, with only 2 runs. And then right now he's back and had the first 2 outs very quickly, looking to get the next out and have his team bounce back in the bottom half of the 4th.
Fastball out, 3-0 to Flores. Sean Prozel, DH, on deck. In there for a strike, 3-1. Swung on and missed. Full count now. See if Natter can complete the 1-2-3 inning. The 3-2 from Natter. Fastball just in. Flores will take the walk. Prozel, who singled his last time up, looking to extend the inning for the Bulldogs.
Prozel 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored, the DH of the day.
Fastball out of the zone and high. Flores seems to be taking a decent lead over there at first. Does a little shimmy over there at first as well, but a fastball in there to even up the count to Prozel.
That was a little weird, that little shimmy. As soon
Did
as
a
he
little shoulder turn.
Yeah, as soon as he turned to second base, he automatically went to first, and Natter wasn't even paying attention to him. Oh, that was...
Fastball for a ball, but looked like Flores got tricked on first. I don't know if you saw that, but he went right back to the bag, and
That would have
Natter,
been bad had he... Prozel had a base hit up there.
the 2-1-2. Prozel, fastball hit onto right field. See if Krebs can get to this one. hitting the wall, and that just falls right in front of him.
You know what, A for effort for Krebs. He just knew this time where the wall was and didn't want to risk getting hurt, which is the obvious answer.
Yeah, I don't think he thought he had that much room to dive head first.
You can always do like those little slides, like first kind ones, but you have to be confident you're going to catch the ball.
So now they're able to even up the count. 2-2, 2 out, man on first. Curveball hit on the left side, out of play. Prozell looked to be shooken up on that one. Just kind of threw his hands out there to stay alive. Flores with a nice chunk over there at first. Takes a step back. Now delivers. Fastball gets away from Denning. Slowly move Flores up to second. Now Prozell, base hit, scores a run.
It just looked out of the reach of Denning there, and the ball just got past him. Nothing much you could do. He stretched as much as he could. Usually when the ball's in the dirt, he can block them, but when it's like that, like I said, nothing much he can do.
The 3-2 from Natter. Fastball hit on over to Diaz. Nice backhand. Fields it cleanly to Gutierrez at first, and that'll end the inning.
Now that is a play to end the inning. Fantastic by Roberto Diaz.
Great play over there by Diaz. New shortstop of the year for the Falcons. But Falcons look to tie this game up in the bottom half. Gutierrez, Pearsall, and Elias Diaz.
Hi, I'm Nathan Gutierrez. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back, folks, as Nate Gutierrez,
Nathan Gutierrez,
the man who received the ball from Diaz over there short to end the inning. Nice play once again.
Fantastic play.
As we have a new broadcaster in the booth, McKenna Guerrero.
Oh,
McKenna,
hey everybody! I'm doing great. Excited to be here. It's a nice day, nice weather, and it's kind of breezy, but I like it.
So McKenna, you just came back from Hawaii, where you were covering
a week ago. A week and a half ago.
Okay, I'm sorry. You came back from Hawaii a week and a half ago. You were covering the Polynesian Bowl. Can you tell us your experience on that?
It was a great experience. Got to meet a lot of the players. And
you got to meet my husband, Marcus Mariota, right?
Yeah, I did. He was really cool. He was probably like one of the most humble people that I've ever met before. Yeah.
And your sport is football, right?
Yeah, football's my favorite sport to cover. It's my main thing. I like basketball too, and I mean baseball's cool too, but yeah, football is my strong suit.
And you and Anthony and also Andy, one of the cameramen today, you guys do the play-by-play in color for the women's and men's basketball games for Solano.
Yeah, we had a game last night. Solano did an incredible job. RJ Johnson is super scrappy on the court, so she's always really exciting to watch.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Fastball from Tucker 2-2. And McKenna, you also met Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
How was that?
He was really cool. He was hilarious. Like his speech, because he got the Pro Football Hall of Fame Player of the Year award, and he just like had everyone dying. But he's like, he just turned 21. He's like the youngest player in the NFL. So yeah, you can tell he's young, but he was super cool.
You know, we can keep naming people you've interviewed. Like you did Marcus Mariota, my husband again. Juju, you did Steph freaking Curry, and then you also did I'm forgetting the football player for the Niners.
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. Like that's incredible. And you work for Max Preps alongside our professor, our instructor, Greg Poff's son, Zach.
Yeah.
How's it working with him? Is it another Poff?
They're kind of the same, but like different. I don't know. They have similar qualities, but yeah, it's really cool. I like working there.
Pitch seemed to miss over there.
2-0 to Pearsall. You see sophomore 6'2", 190 out of Wood.
And usually we see him
closing, right?
Yeah, closing position, and right now he's hitting. And last game he came into when he was pitching wasn't really his best outing.
As he gets a fastball, pops it up right side. McCarthy seems to be under it, and does for the second out.
I think that Tyler Pearsall will do well, but he just needs to get the kinks out because he's not used to hitting. So
yeah, you always have to, like you said, get the kinks out early, and he did that in the first game. Not the best outing, but obviously can bounce back.
He was actually injured in the fall, dealing with an injury, and so I think the game plan with that is as Diaz grounds that left side just foul. Salampa is trying to work him in more towards the starting role for the Falcons.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how that goes. And him getting him work, maybe he'll even end up pitching today. We'll see.
Yeah, because him and Wyatt were the main closers last season, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna miss that back in the bullpen with Wyatt McCampbell.
Yeah.
But you always just have to adapt and overcome in any situation, especially in baseball and especially in college when it's basically 2 seasons and you're gone.
Diaz fouls that back. 0-2.
Diaz has been working the pitcher a lot today, and that's what you want from the bottom of the lineup, is to keep it working, get the pitcher to be tired, so that when the top of the lineup can come on, they can have that effective damage.
Tucker definitely has had his work cut out for him today. Falcons making him work, whether it be on the bases or up at the plate.
Yeah, we're not sure. They've only been up for like a year or two, so.
The 0-2 just gets a piece of it. It's Diaz.
So I know you guys did a baseball game the other day. So who are kind of the players to watch from Solano?
I know
there's a lot of new players.
Well, Kyle Krebs has been on the team before, and he's played for the Rockhounds in the summer.
Yeah.
But he hasn't really had the opportunity to start. But this season, thus far, from what I've seen, he's definitely one of the players to watch. Defensively, as you can see earlier in the game, making those great plays. And then offensively, when he's getting those clutch hits, advancing the runners. So I feel as Kyle Krebs, is one of the players to watch.
And then you have Jared Denning.
Yeah, but everyone
knows Jared.
But another player we might have to look out for is Teddy Yancey.
Okay.
John, excuse me.
I'm like,
John.
he's
Teddy,
up there.
Excuse me.
You were thinking of Teddy Natter.
Yes. John Yancey had a phenomenal performance on Tuesday as Diaz drives that in, line drive, center field, under his Papa Pietro to end the inning. But yeah, Yancey, going back to Yancey real quick, had 7 1/3 no-hit ball before the tank started to sink down for the Falcons that day. But Bulldogs looking to come back in the top of the 5th to add to their lead.
My name is Elias Diaz, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
catcher Keolu Ramos will lead off the top of the 5th. Reached on the error his last time up. That was the one to Natter. Bunted and ended up scoring a run on that play. Ended up tying the game at that point. Quickly down 0-1.
Natter looking to have another 1-2-3 inning, just a bounce back, get in, get out kind of mentality right now, just to have his team more in that pace where it's, all right, I'm done, so you guys have to go. Kind of bounce back and forth from that.
Yeah, had a good bounce back inning last inning, had a strikeout, gave up the walk, but able to get out of it no runs and no hits. The 2-1, fastball fouled out of play.
I know that Teddy redshirted last year, but what's something about his pitching that you guys like or have liked so far?
I think he's doing a great job in, you know, varying his speeds and working in and out of the plate, and as well as up and down. As Ramos takes the fastball at the letters for a ball, just really keeping these hitters off balance, doing a really good job in that.
I have to agree. I also liked his presence on the mound. You can tell that he owns that mound, and
that'll be a walk
yeah,
for
you can
Ramos.
tell he looks really comfortable, really confident.
I mean, in this situation, that was, again, ball 4, and the pitch got away from him, went behind. But he's not afraid to be aggressive. He's not afraid to throw the pitch a little too inside and have the hitter dancing a little bit, trying to show him that he owns that plate as well.
And what you want to do as a pitcher, obviously, is you want to, you know, let these hitters know, these batters know that, you know, you're up there to do your business and, you know, like you said, own the plate. You know, whether it be outside part of it, inside part of it, they're up there. I mean, I don't know if that probably wasn't intentional, but, you know, say in a different case, you know,
Yeah.
if he was, you know, crowding the plate.
You want them to fear you a little bit.
Exactly.
It's all good.
As McCarthy shows bunt, pulls back, but it's a strike.
It's kind of like if he throws a pitch inside and buckles his knees kind of and almost hits him, he's going to, most likely the hitter's going to be a little bit more afraid to swing on that, and it's going to be a called strike. It's kind of just a mental game. Have him be more afraid of you and your pitches.
Yeah. It's like when a quarterback gets sacked, they're like, okay, you're coming for me again.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, so you're going to try to be faster out the pocket.
Yeah.
You like that football term I threw out?
That was good. I'm proud of you.
I try to watch more sports rather than just baseball, but I'm very baseball ignorant and only know that.
Nah, I get it.
So 0-2 is McCarthy. Natter delivers fastball driven right over Diaz's head. Brown playing more towards the gap in left center, so holds him to a single. First and second, still no out.
If he was just, I don't know, like 3 feet taller, he could have caught that.
3 feet's a lot, so
Yeah. I don't care. I said 3 feet and I'm sticking by it.
Yeah.
Diaz is
I don't think
6 foot. He'd be 9 foot then.
Oh, okay. I meant 3 inches this whole time.
Yeah, 3 feet is.
Wait, I said 3 feet.
Yes, you did.
I'm over here like, yeah, I know what I said. I'm going to stand by it.
I was going to say we know what you meant, but we didn't know what you meant. So
if he was 3 inches taller. Okay, whatever.
You know.
Thanks, McKenna. I love this right now.
So Natter has a little bit of a mound visit.
As do the hitters for the Bulldogs and the base runners.
Kevin Jordan up now. Had a sacrifice RBI to get the Bulldogs ahead. See if he shows a bunt and executes it this time. And that he does. Diaz at third, moving in, and Denning fields it on over to Gutierrez, hits Jordan, and that'll bring in Ramos. McCarthy over to third. Bulldogs up 3-1.
That was a fantastic bunt.
That
if you want to bunt, you want to keep it relatively in front of the catcher so he doesn't have that much room, but not too far for the third baseman or first baseman to advance on it. Perfect bunt. Denning had him pinned, but as you saw, hit him in the head, and hopefully he's okay. Granted, it wasn't a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, but shoot, you get hit in the head with a baseball, it hurts.
Yeah, even if you have that helmet on.
Exactly.
That ball seemed to tail in from Denning, didn't quite get that angle, and that's always the scariest part for first baseman, I should say, on that play, just because your glove hand is going towards the baseline, and that'll be it for Natter.
It was just scary overall. In certain situations, you mostly see catchers going a little bit wider, more to the pitcher's mound, so they have more room to throw. But it was a rush situation. Denning did what he had to do and couldn't come up with it that well.
Number 34, Keegan Wallen.
So we have a new pitcher for the Falcons, Keegan Wallen. Right-handed pitcher, 6'1", 250. Freshman out of Stockton, California.
Oh, wow.
Went to Lickin High School.
Hopefully he's trying to just shut down the momentum right now and just keep the pace going. Natter tried to make it go a little faster than it needed to be. Kind of wanted his boys to come back and hit and just have more of opportunity to, score runs, obviously. But Keegan trying to hopefully just slow it down a little bit. Got a little over their heads.
And not a bad performance from Teddy
Not
Natter.
at all.
4 hits, 4 walks, which, the walks are kind of deadly. Did catch up to him just a little bit. 2 runs and 2 strikeouts. Or, 3 runs now. But great job from Teddy Natter. Shouldn't hang his head on that whatsoever.
Like you said, it's just the walks that end up biting you in the butt. And not necessarily with run scoring, but just more pitches to be thrown, and you get more tired and more antsy at some points, and it just bites you in the butt, like you mentioned.
Yeah, and I mean, for the first 2 games that we've been here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium, the starting performance from the 2 pitchers in John Yancey and Teddy Natter, great job. I mean, we didn't see that a lot last year. It's more, they got behind early in the game, and that's when they started to come back. And it's almost the opposite now.
It's like,
so far in the first 4 games.
I mean, granted, we are still in the beginning of the season.
Exactly.
But
tough schedule too.
Exactly. Yeah. But from what we see, we're very impressed with the pitching staff, and they're not even. I mean, we only saw 2 games, but they're not reliant on one pitcher. Usually, last season
there was a lot. You had Rylan Haney, you had Carson Haas, but he was facing an injury.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season, you had CB.
But even last season, CB was mostly position, and it was mostly Heaney and Carson that would start, and mostly then Carson Haas.
Yeah.
So it was really more like a one pitcher kind of dynamic. And this season, we've seen John Yancey and Teddy Natter.
Can I get a shot with the batter there, Robert?
So Wallen, first pitch he throws in there for a strike against Everett Lau. Throws on over to Gutierrez. First and third. McCarthy's over there at third. Jordan on first, who just executed that bunt for a base hit RBI. Wallen sets, delivers. Swung a line drive at Caravantes. On over to Gutierrez for a double play.
Now that's how you get the momentum right back to you. It was a line drive right to him, and then throws it to Nate Gutierrez. Just a beautiful double play. Not conventional, but beautiful nonetheless.
Yeah, Nate was definitely someone that really impressed me last season. It was his freshman season, obviously.
Yeah, I was impressed by his utility.
Super impressive. Yeah.
Because you can play him at first. You can also start him, throw him in the outfield.
He played a lot more outfield last year.
Yeah,
a lot more.
So 2 down now for the Falcons. As Wallen throws a breaking ball in there for a strike. And just what he wanted, right out of the bullpen, 2 outs.
I'm not saying that I'm not impressed by position players at all, but there's something about pitchers that they have something more with me. I like how they control, like I said, the game, and then it's one-on-one, him against the hitter.
Yeah.
With the catcher, of course, throwing him the signs, but I'm more on the pitcher side. Like, I'm pitcher's biased more.
Well, pitchers do control the entire game, like you said earlier. it all starts with the pitch, the execution of the pitch, and etc. So
Then everyone else just has to finish it.
exactly.
Yep.
So Wallen up on Papa Pietro 0-2, looking to get out of the inning. Limit the damage as Papa Pietro fouls fastball out of play.
Is this the first time that you guys have seen Keegan pitch?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And so far, I like what he's got. Not the quickest, but, certainly there.
You can tell he's still comfortable on the mound, though.
Yeah, definitely, you look at him and see that confidence up there on the mound.
Yeah.
That breaking ball is really, really good, too. Eat my words right there as he hits Papa Pietro.
Just didn't break enough.
Yeah, it looked like it might have slipped out of his hands. First and third now, as that'll bring up Borderland.
It looked like as home plate umpire was giving him the ball, they had just exchanged a few words, and Keegan Wallen was not really happy. Not necessarily with the words that home plate umpire had, but with himself, hitting the hitter, hitting him, and then now not loading the bases, but getting that momentum shifted once again back to San Mateo Bulldogs.
Wallen, quick pitch, fastball, fouled. And one of the San Mateo players unable to make the play.
Hit him right in the hand.
That'll be Jonah Gonzalez. Gonna have to give him an E, and we'll give him an E2 just because he's number 2.
Okay.
Now, Chris, back in the day, if you would get hit by a pitch, would it give you kind of a certain fire? Would you get super irritated?
It would rage me.
Yeah.
I would tighten up and just, kind of just. I wouldn't take it out so much on the pitcher. I mean, you know if they're at the plate whether a pitcher's gonna hit you on purpose or not, but definitely like you said brings a little flame to you afterwards.
Do you remember the game when Pridey got hit 3 times in 3 at bats?
I remember that. 2 of those. As Wallen catches Borderland looking, and Borderland does not agree as he exchanges some words with the umpire, and that'll end the inning. So Falcons 9-1-2, leading off in the bottom of the 5th. Brown, Verrett, Diaz.
This is Justin Brown. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Left fielder,
Justin
number
Brown.
36, Justin Brown.
Getting ready for the Falcons to lead off the bottom half of the 5th.
You know what? I take it back. His walk-up song. I love it.
It's the best.
But then I also
You
love
were
Roberto.
dancing.
But I also love Roberto Diaz's one. Anything that's
Shoot, I
that
don't
makes
even
you want to
remember.
dance.
I don't remember what his song was.
I'm not sure who it's by, but it's like a
It's
Spanish
reggaeton song, right?
It's reggaeton, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brown. Yeah, you're good, Solon. You're
Sorry.
good. That was me.
You know what? I changed my mind. I know it's a
What?
sad song, but it's a banda song. Adios Amor.
Oh yeah,
That'd
I've
be
heard
my
that.
walk-up song.
It's
Just
by Cristiano.
Nadal.
Yeah, something.
Just because it's sad, but it makes me happy.
That's a little weird.
I know.
Sad songs make you happy.
Brown hits that off the end of the bat over into right field. McCarthy for the first out.
Coming up to the plate, the center fielder, number 3, Isaiah Verrett.
Isaiah Verrett will bring it back to the top of the order. Singled his first time up, grounded out to third and borderline in the second.
1 for 2 for as a leadoff hitter today. Not so bad. Looking to get on more base more.
So he pops up the first pitch fastball. Borderland seems to be the one to catch it at the heel of his glove for the second out.
That was crazy. He didn't have any eye protection. I don't see eye block on him, and I don't see glasses.
Shortstop.
And he looked straight up into the sky.
Roberto Diaz.
Very impressive. All day, Angelo Borderland has been impressing me. The hot corner, his at-bats as well, but mostly his defense today has been amazing. And like we've said earlier, Nolan Arenado-esque.
That means a lot to me, Saw, that you actually took into consideration of my player comp.
Well, Nolan Arenado is one of my favorite players in the whole entire universe, so of course.
Diaz takes a first pitch breaking ball for a strike. Fastball out, 1-1.
Didn't you have a player comp for Roberto too? I thought you did.
I thought we said
Christian Yelich,
Yeah, it was
but that's
Yelich.
because he was playing center field.
Oh, gotcha.
But now that he's shortstop, we have to come up with a new one. And I'm blanking completely. The only shortstop I can think of is Brandon Crawford and Derek Jeter. I don't know any other shortstop. I legit don't. I was like, oh, Carlos Correa, second base. No, he is shortstop.
No, he is shortstop.
I take back everything I just said.
Wow, Saad.
I'm telling you.
Fastball hit off the shed left side.
Ooh, Carlos Correa.
That is a good.
I like that. I'm not going to necessarily call him Carlos Correa just yet, as it's still early in the season, but just keep that in the back of your guys' mind.
Will do.
You know him, right? The Houston Astros World Series champ.
1-2 to Diaz. Fastball at the eyes. 2-2.
Yeah, that was probably the best World Series that I think I've ever watched.
That was a crazy one.
Yeah.
I love when they knocked out the Yankees in the ALCS.
Yeah, good one, Saad.
My favorite moment of
Thank
the
you.
year.
Snap.
Diaz fouls that out of play.
My favorite World Series, and yeah, I'm a Giants fan, but 2012 was my favorite. I had all the emotion, and Marco Scudero, who's one of my all-time favorite players, and it was just very more emotional for me instead of just like, oh, let's win, let's win, because everyone had a backstory at the point.
Gotcha.
And which one of the 27 World Series is your favorite?
I mean, thanks for throwing that out, Saad. I have to go. I mean, I only witnessed technically one that I remember. 2009 was pretty good. I mean, because that was when the Phillies had Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, Roy Halladay, rest in peace.
Yeah.
I think it was Cliff Lee too, as Diaz grounds out over to Lau, diving stop, and able to complete it for a great play.
That was close. I don't think he was out. It looked like he just got his foot in, but I'm gonna take the umpire's word for it.
Yeah, it looked like he might have stumbled. That was a in-betweener. It looked like he stumbled, but made it into a dive, and nonetheless, able to get out of the inning. 1-2-3. Bulldogs, 7-5-6-7. Ackerman, Flores, Prozel.
Hey, it's Keegan Wallen. You're watching Solano College Sports Network.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
Or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.
welcome back, folks. As Keegan Wallen is getting ready. It looks like we have a pinch hitter for the Bulldogs and Nick Necht taking over for Ackerman at first base. First pitch from Wallen. Fastball just misses.
I like to bring up the fact that during the break we were still talking about shortstops and player comps because I'm drawing blanks on shortstops. My partner Chris over here brings up Almides Diaz, the new Toronto shortstop. I believe he's got traded to Toronto.
Yeah, that's crazy. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Too, that he's to Toronto.
And I'm over here thinking, no, that's not a good comp.
But Diaz is his last name, so she was like, oh yeah, Diaz.
I literally was like, no, that's not really he's great defensively, but offensively he's not really on Roberto. Like, they're not really the same, the swing. And then out of nowhere it clicked in my head, they have the same last name, so they have to be the same person. So
of course.
That's it. Roberto Diaz and Almides Diaz, Toronto Blue Jays
There we
shortstop. There you go. Which is weird because isn't Tulo their shortstop?
I think they'll probably end up moving him over to second.
Or kind of a platoon maybe?
Yeah,
or just second?
no.
I
think he's way too good for a platoon role.
Oh, you're right.
Because he had a great year. I think it was in 2016. As Anthony Flores will step on in with one down. Has a walk and a single under his belt so far today.
Already in the 6th inning, he's only 1 for 1.
And that breaking ball hits Flores, so he'll get on from a hit by pitch. That on-base percentage booming. So that'll bring up DH Sean Purcell. 1 for 2 on the day. Flores with a healthy lead over at first. Not taking off as Wallen throws a breaking ball for a ball.
Yeah, with the new pitcher, Teddy was left-handed, so he faced first base. With Wallen right-handed, he's facing third base, so runner's more likely to have more of an aggressive lead rather than staying closer to first base. Not that they didn't have an aggressive lead against Natter, though, because some players were pushing it.
As he drives a fastball in center field. Looks to be under is Verrett for the second out. Brazil saw that letter high fastball and looking to drive that over the 400 side in center field, but just got under it.
See Keegan stretching over there.
They also have to be loose.
Yeah.
Keolu Ramos, 0 for 1, reached on an error back in the third.
That also has a walk, too, so 2 quote-unquote errors.
Yeah. With the going back to the walks, as my high school coach would always used to tell me as a pitcher, even a blind man can walk. So, yeah. Walks are no good.
Oh, wow.
From that perspective, yeah, but I
There goes Flores. Gets a good jump. Throw from Denning, and he is hosed down.
That was nice.
Wow.
Now that's a gun, and don't run on Jerry Denning, or that's going to happen to you, period.
Denning just not getting the respect from these Bulldogs. But the Bulldogs unable to get any runs out of it. Falcons looking to tie this game back up in the bottom half of the 6th.
My name is Jared Denning. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Kyle Krebs getting ready to step on into the plate as we have a new pitcher for the Bulldogs, Jamie Kruger. Got one appearance so far this season, 1 2/3 innings. Gave up a couple runs, 1 hit.
You know, it's crazy because I'm looking at his stats right now and it says he's 6'4". And obviously looking at him right now, he does look like a big guy, but not necessarily 6'4". So it's crazy how tall some of these guys are, like, period. Some of them are 6'4", and they, to me, from my eyes right now, oh, they're like
He looks a little bit taller than.
Wait, what'd you say, 9 feet?
Oh.
Okay.
Got him.
Earlier, I said 3 feet, and I meant 3 inches.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little mental breakdown, and it's okay. We all come back.
If that's your mental breakdown, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be set for life.
I don't like this hate right now. I feel picked on. Let's just focus on the baseball game, and they're down 3-1. Let's just take it up.
Now you know how Anthony was feeling the whole time.
No, it was actually Chris. You didn't pick on Anthony.
No, you guys didn't get along for maybe like a few seconds.
Half
inning.
Yeah, I felt tension.
Thanks, McKenna.
Breaking ball hits Krebs in the leg. So Falcons able to get their first runner of the inning.
You know what? Some players, it's so funny to me when he's not necessarily crowding the plate, but he moves out the way, and then they're like, lean in, take it for the team. And Kyle didn't even have to move at that point. He was just, if you're going to hit me, hit me.
Taking a leg, take one for the team.
Exactly. I'm going to take my base, and I'm going to hopefully show you guys you shouldn't have hit me.
As catcher Jared Denning will step on in. 0 for 2 on the day, got caught looking in the third. Looking to tie this ball game up at 3.
He did have that amazing play in the inning prior, gunning down that runner on second.
Fastball in there on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Krebs with a decent lead over there at first. Kruger set. The pitch. Fastball. Just misses on the outside part. 1-1.
Doesn't Jared Denning hold the record for RBIs at Solano?
Believe he had, I want to say it was around 38
Yeah,
last
something
year.
like that.
As he drives that in left center, tailing. Under it is Papa Pietro for the first out.
Yeah, we were saying how, of course, Jared Denning with the RBIs and then Jack Pridey with the batting average leading the conference. So we always had those two pops, and hopefully it can come back this season, and we can have more players that hit for average and hit for RBIs and home runs. I want to see some home runs.
Me too.
I did see quite a few last season. I know for a fact I called one. It was Cameron Michaels' home run.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to see some home runs by
I
the Falcons.
still remember Kenny's, and we didn't get it on camera.
Oh, my goodness.
I felt so bad.
That was the one left field, the short porch, right?
Yeah.
On the scoreboard.
We had someone new on the camera. I was like, oh, that sucks.
He was kind of mad, though, right?
He didn't know until after, because I interviewed him after the game, but I didn't want to say anything. He didn't want to. Yeah. Bear of bad news.
So you hit a home run, but sucks for you. You can't see it.
Yeah, you can't see it. So I guess it didn't really happen.
It didn't count.
Yeah.
As Caravantes calls for time.
Yeah, it's been kind of weird looking at the defensive alignment for Solano. You know, usually, like we said, we see Diaz on center instead of short, and then looking at second, I'm so used to seeing Vinny Margiotta, and then looking at third, Jack Pridey, and it's just it's gonna take me a little bit, because right now I wanted to be like, oh, second baseman Vinny Margiotta is at bat.
Yeah.
But no, it's Gabe Caravantes.
But didn't Coach Slampa say that he really wanted to change everything around this season?
He not necessarily like change everything, but he wanted to give people opportunities.
Yeah.
For, like we said, Diaz at short. He probably wanted to play short and told Coach, and Coach took his word for it and put him there.
Yeah, because you never know if it's going to work or not unless you give him that opportunity.
And practice is different than an actual game. You actually have to put someone out there.
It is.
Did you play any sports growing up?
Yeah, I played basketball for a long time. for, a long time. And then I cheered in high school, too.
Oh, the little cheerleader.
Shut up. I wish I never would have. No, I'm just kidding. It was a fun experience, but I like sports better. I mean, not that cheer isn't a sport, but I like basketball better. Sorry.
Okay.
It's just different.
Kruger sets. Long look. Finally delivers. Fastball. Does not find the zone, and that'll be a walk. So runners on first and second with DH Tyler Pearsall on up. Excuse me, Nate Gutierrez. I saw Pearsall, and I...
You just want to talk about your friend.
Number 11,
Yeah.
Nathan
Your buddy.
Gutierrez.
You played softball, right?
Play is a strong word.
Oh, so you were right or left bench?
Oh, wow.
No, I'm thinking. I'm like, I sat mostly on the left side.
Hey, at least she's honest.
I don't care. I could talk about baseball. I know everything. I'll school anyone on baseball.
Well,
but
of
if I pick up
course.
a bab,
It's different playing and watching and knowing.
it's because my brother plays baseball for Fairfield High right now. And
Yeah.
he when he played Little League, he won the Defensive and Offensive Player of the Year. He's like a really good player, not just because he's my brother. But everyone was telling me, like, your brother plays baseball. Why don't you do it too? And you know everything about it anyway. And I was like, yeah, heck yeah, I love baseball. It did not work. And then I was like, ooh, let me be a pitcher, forgetting that they underhand it and not overhand it because I love pitching. Then they're like, try out for the boys. And I'm like, what? Yeah, so because I can't play with the girls, I'll play with the boys.
Anything can happen. One day.
Someone on the bench right now, Bobby Meadows, he actually played for Fairfield High too.
Okay.
He could attest for me being really bad. He was there. He saw me on the bench.
Oh my God.
I did have one hit in my career.
Hey, that's good.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go. Where was
And
it?
it was the
Left
swinging
field?
butt.
Oh, swinging butt. Oh, wow.
My brother has it on his phone.
That's okay.
I swung my heart out and it went right in front of the catcher, and I guess she didn't know where it was, and
Wow.
that went over his face.
Hey, at least you got one. That's more
That's
than
what-
some people get in a whole lifetime.
Exactly. You know what? My kind of thank you. My confidence just went right up.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Fastball to Gutierrez. Finds the zone. Evens up the count 1-1. Where'd you play in high school, Soad?
I played left field,
Okay.
which I was cool with playing left field, but I wanted to try third because I said Nolan Arenado is my favorite player. That didn't work out. And then I wanted to do first because JT Snow, former Giants great, was a first baseman. He's my favorite player of all time. Wasn't good at all.
Every time I think of JT Snow, I always think I think it was the
Dusty Baker's son.
No, it was a 2003. That too, but it was a 2003. I think it was the NLCS Giants Marlins and his collision at the play with
Pudge.
Yes.
God, I hated
I
that.
remember watching that game.
I mean,
Fastball grounded over to Lau. On over to Jordan. Two necked over at first, but Gutierrez in there, so it'll be a fielder's choice. First and third, 2 down. Yeah, every time.
I mean,
It's always that collision to end the game, and
Yeah.
the Marlins ended up going to the World Series, and of course beating my Yankees.
Exactly.
So,
I think I was like 5 or 6 at the time, so I don't remember it. But my dad, when we were talking about baseball and I was getting into it, he was like, learn the history about it. So you don't know just 2010 and on, or 2008 and on. So when I looked into it, it was just hard. And then, of course, it was my favorite player in the whole world. And it's not as worse. It's not as bad though as 2002 World Series against the Angels. Dusty Baker coming out, taking Russ Ortiz out, and then let's move on. I can't do it.
DH Tyler Pearsall now finally up. He's got an RBI opportunity, and Krebs over at third. 2 down. 3-1 Bulldogs. Falcons looking to chip away and get back into this game, make it a 3-2 ball game.
Over break, you visited New York, right?
I did.
Did you get to go to Yankee Stadium?
I did not, unfortunately.
my
I
goodness
didn't
gracious.
stay there that long.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up staying for, I think it was 2 days only, as Pearsall drives that into left field. That'll fall down for a base hit. That'll drive in Krebs. Gutierrez on over to third. He'll stop there. So an RBI double for Pearsall.
That was a great piece of hitting. And
Just see, all he had to do
Yeah.
was get those couple kinks out, and he's good.
McKenna Guerrero. That's
Coming up
amazing.
to
Thank you
bat.
for that.
What?
You know exactly
Third
what you're
baseman.
talking about.
I mean,
Just
I
get the
don't know.
kinks out.
Yes.
You do. It's with anything.
So Elias Diaz looking to tie the game for the Falcons here in the bottom of the 6th. Gutierrez at third, Pearsall at second. Middle of the field once again wide open. If I was Pearsall in second, I'd take a nice lead. No one's covering, no one's near you, even in the vicinity. Diaz takes a breaking ball for a ball.
That was kind of odd. Angelo Bordelin at third didn't really move that much. He just planted his foot and stayed as Gutierrez was taking mighty lead off third base. Maybe right here they're just going to focus on Diaz and not worry about the runners, which I can see with 2 outs.
Breaking ball fouled to even up the count.
You know, in baseball and softball, you always have to go through those cliche, corny sayings. You know, like, see ball, hit ball. Oh, I hated that one. Like, oh, yeah, I see the
hit
ball.
The bat.
I'm just overhearing everyone. See ball, hit ball, kid.
Grab ball up the middle. That'll score Gutierrez. Here comes Pearsall. Trips up a little bit, but he'll score. Falcons take the lead, 4-3.
And guess what? Diaz saw the ball and hit the ball, so he just made me look dumb even again. Great piece of hitting up there, right up the middle where no one was. Like you said earlier, defense playing away from second base. So Pearsall easily scored on that pitch.
Yeah.
Up next to the plate, left fielder.
So
number
2 RBI
36,
single
Justin Brown.
for Elias Diaz with 2 out. Big hit, puts the Falcons ahead 4-3, and here comes left fielder Justin Brown.
Now, is he a freshman or a sophomore?
Brown. He is a sophomore.
Sophomore. Gotcha.
He's a transfer from City College in San Francisco, according to our producer, Brian
I thought you were
Nelson.
gonna take the
I
credit.
appreciate that.
Sometimes when I hear him
Yeah.
talking here, I'm like, is he right here or something?
Yeah, Justin Brown was in my poli-sci class last year, and then last semester, excuse me. And then when we had the media day, I saw him, and I was like, oh, I didn't know you played baseball. But good to see him playing for the Falcons and helping us out.
So we got a time here. Umpires looking to discuss something. Not quite sure what it is.
Hopefully it's not another big confusion like last game.
As we were, now so I thought you reminded me of it. Last game, it was a 1st and 3rd situation. Borderland was up at the plate, hit it on over to left field. However, we were confused at the time of the broadcast, but
You were confused?
We were
yeah,
so
we were
confused.
very
Brian
confused.
was confused. The coaches were
Wow.
confused.
Sounds
Everyone,
like a hot
but
mess.
it was 1st and 3rd.
Some might say.
And Borderland was at the plate. Ended up being a balk, but it looked like, just from the looks of it, that it was a sacrifice fly. And so there was a runner on second, and Borderland was still at the plate, so we were kind of confused.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense. The balk moves up each runner, and it wasn't a sacrifice fly, and Borderland, I think, ended up walking. So just a clarification for anyone that was wondering.
I think they gave
Yes.
up.
Thank you.
I gave up for sure. I was like, you know what? It happened. It's in the past. Let's forget it.
You just wanted to set the record straight.
Of course.
I wasn't
Thank you.
trying to
Thank you,
stalk him.
McKenna.
You're welcome.
So odd. You know, people do care out there.
Okay. So Justin Brown at bat now with 2 outs here in the inning.
I don't know about you, but I look at Brown and I feel like he has that perfect size.
For a baseball player?
Yes.
Well, he's definitely built too.
Yeah.
Breaking ball inside. Just misses Brown.
You know, a lot of people think that players, or baseball specifically, they're tall and they're kind of like skinny. They don't really have meat on them.
Yeah.
But Justin
You
shows
still
them
gotta
otherwise.
have a lot of power too.
Oh, definitely.
They're not,
yeah.
See, they're not skinny, though. Just
But
it's big frame, just lean.
Lean, exactly.
Lean,
Compared
yeah.
to like a basketball player or a football player. And
Exactly.
then pitchers get the bad end of the stick where they're fat. They're big guys. They don't have to work out, but it's not like that.
That's not true at all.
I mean, unless you're Bartolo Colon, but he makes
He still
it work.
gets his workouts in. I see some videos on Instagram and Twitter. And
no
yeah.
hashtag no off season. Exactly.
Kruger delivers. Fastball misses just on the outside corner. And Kruger, glove sticking out for a few seconds. Probably showing a little bit of frustration out there on the mound.
We should have a no off season for the Falcons. That'd be cool.
What?
Have a hashtag no off season where like they work out and stuff.
Oh, I mean they all play summer, too.
Okay, McKenna.
Sorry.
I just try to
they
have
start
a
fall ball.
And then they do fall ball, so it's
I
like.
just thought it would be a nice idea. as a
You
team.
mean as the team sticking together?
Exactly.
Oh, are you talking about like a video?
No, just forget, I guess. Let's focus on the game. We'll just focus on Justin Brown.
So 3-1 count to Brown. Kruger does a fastball for a ball, and that'll end up walking Brown. So first and second with top of the order, and Isaiah Verrett looking to extend the inning, get a couple more insurance runs for the Falcons.
Center fielder, number 3, Isaiah Verrett.
It looks like we're going to have a pitching change, matter of fact.
So Doug Williams will go ahead and yank Kruger out of the game. And that looks like number 6, Chris Apasachia, in for the Bulldogs now.
Say his last name 5 times fast. I bet you can.
I don't want to embarrass myself on the air. So
That's all right.
Thank you, though. So that'll be it for Kruger. Ended up giving the lead to the Falcons in his 2 innings of work. Or excuse me, an inning and 2/3 of work. So Balazzi and McKenna Durrell with and Chris Sabacca, me. That was reverse order, excuse me, on the Solano College Sports Network.
You know what? I'm having a lot of fun. I'm happy, even though you don't know that you
No,
exist.
I just kind of had a mouthful.
Yeah.
Because
You were talking about not embarrassing yourself, and then you did.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Just did.
He always embarrasses himself, so that's okay.
That's good. Sure.
So watch on, just as I said, Solano College Sports Network. Favorite cable access, channel 28, Facebook, Solano College Sports Network, YouTube, Greg Pop, Twitter, and Instagram, SCSN Sports.
Bravo. And if anyone's interested in becoming a part of this fantastic group, if you want to be cameraman, if you want to be in the booth, if you want to do scoreboard, if you want to do anything, just talk to Greg Pop. He looks mean. He sometimes is.
So it's probably not the.
Just kidding. He's fantastic.
That is not how you're going to describe the
He's
class.
phenomenal.
He's fantastic, and he takes everyone in with open arms, and he's a great teacher. Along with Brian Nelson, the producer, they're willing to teach everyone anything, and it's a great class, especially for me. I picked this class on accident, and it was the best accident I could have ever done.
That is.
I was a journalist major, and my journalism class actually was canceled because no one joined it apparently. And then I really still wanted to do some type of journalism my first year of college, and I stumbled upon this class. I just saw sports, and I was like, all right, sign me up. I don't care. I love sports. And then it was the best decision. So if anyone is interested, just talk to Greg Pop or me, Swad Balazzi, McKenna Guerrero, Chris Zabaglia, any one of us.
It'll be a life-changing experience if you take every opportunity to your advantage. So.
Exactly. Especially if you love sports. You don't even have to be a play-by-play or a commentator at all.
And you don't have to know every single thing about every sport. Just come out.
Yeah, you don't need to be perfect like me or anything at all.
Wow.
You can be like Chris.
So
Wow. Way to be modest.
Just kidding.
Way to be humble. Wow.
Humble is my middle name.
Obviously not.
It's actually Saeed. Thank you.
It's what? Oh, it's Sawad Saeed Balasi?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Thanks for saying my full name.
You're welcome.
Kind of weird.
0-1 to Verrett. First and second. Diaz on second. Brown on first. Defense playing straight up. Especially in the infield. That's a rare occasion for the Bulldogs. Jordan shifted to his left more than usual. Lau playing up the middle, holding on Diaz or at least just trying to have him there to put the idea in Diaz's mind that he's there. Fastball gets away from Ramos. That'll move up the runners 2nd and 3rd.
That was just great work from the baseball gods up there, just letting that pitch get away from Ramos and advancing the runners.
I like your, I guess you could say superstition, ritual,
baseball
gods. I like it.
It's just crazy watching baseball as long as I have. Come on, it's not all.
I think there is sports gods.
There is.
Because the Patriots have some sort of sports god.
So you're one of those people?
Yeah, I am.
Like Kenny Guerrero. Well, I agree.
Yeah.
Her opinions do not reflect the Solano College Sports Network. But they reflect mine as well, so. Falcons are leaving right now with runners in scoring position for Isaiah Verrett. So hopefully he can take a timeout and calm down, I guess.
2-1 the count.
No, but if you think about it, sports are really superstitious.
Very.
Even the fans. My brother wears the same jersey when he's watching the Warriors because he thinks that's going to do something.
Yeah, and if he wears a different shirt, a different sock, they're going to lose.
I mean, I used to do that when I used to go to Giants games. I used to wear the same sweater and sit not in the same seat, but in the same vicinity, but always same sweater, same pants, same shoes.
Yeah.
Like all the time. And they were in a winning streak. I went to Matt Cain's perfect game. I'm the reason.
Yeah.
And that's a fact.
And it's just like in basketball, when you're shooting a free throw and you like mess up one little thing in your little routine, you're not going to make it. That's how it happens.
Guys, it's a fact.
Every
so what
little,
McKenna Guerrero say?
Every little thing, every little detail matters.
Yeah, it does. Even your breathing.
Wow. As Verrett hits out on over Jordan, fields it cleanly to Necht, and he just gets him.
Man.
Looked like he just got a step.
Just not
Doesn't
quick
agree
enough,
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is not happy.
And that'll do it for the inning, but Falcons able to capitalize and take the lead on Elias Diaz's 2-run single. Bulldogs look to tie this game up in the top of the 7th. Keolu Ramos will lead it off here for the Bulldogs, 9-1-2. Wallen's still in for the Falcons, looking to hold San Mateo, keep this game at 4-3.
In the 12-5 loss against San Mateo Tuesday, it was a 7th inning that was the Achilles heel for the Falcons. So hopefully they can get out of this without the 11-run scoring like last week.
Wow.
Yeah, that was I think everyone in the lineup for San Mateo scored that inning. And then, what is that? That's 9, obviously. So 2. I think it was Papa Pietro and Lau who scored twice. But yeah, 11-run inning.
That's a big one.
The wheels fell off for the Falcons.
That's 11 points in like basketball and for football terms. Just saying.
What?
Just, helping you out.
With what?
Never mind.
Oh.
3-0 to Ramos.
It was a quick 3-0.
Not what you want if you're Wallen.
But again, you have the lead. If you walk it, it won't be the worst thing to happen.
Yeah, but they're only leading by 1 run.
Yeah, but you always have to think about it like, yeah, walks will bite you in the butt sometimes, but if you keep thinking that mentality of, oh, I walked him, now I'm screwed, you're going to get screwed. But you're right, it is only 1 run, so you have to keep that in the back of your head, too. It's a fresh game.
Got to sustain that confidence up there on the mound. Show you own the game. As Wallen throws a fastball, finds the zone. Ramos didn't agree. Brings it to a full count.
And just like that.
Yeah, you got to be in it to win it.
What do you think he's going to throw here, Chris? Oh, from what you've seen at least.
I think a breaking ball right here. Keep Ramos off balance. And throws a fastball at the letters for a ball, so that'll be a walk. With the top of the order in Jack McCarthy. We've got a bunch of changes here for the Falcons. So it looks like Wallen's done for the day. Gutierrez looks to be the new pitcher. Connor Caparelli moves on over to first. And that's it. So yeah, Gutierrez on the mound for the Falcons. Saw a little bit of him last year. Did pretty good.
Yeah, left-hand pitcher. Yeah, left-hand pitcher. He plays first base occasionally. He stands 5'9", 200 pounds, sophomore.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, he's one of those players that you can put him anywhere basically, and he's going to do well.
Yeah, exactly. You love those utility players where you're not reliant on one position.
Yeah.
It's not like, sorry, coach, I can't play first today. I'm a pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate looking here to just keep it, slow it down a little bit. Just keep the San Mateo Bulldogs off their feet. Kind of just confuse them in a sense. So they don't know exactly what's happening or what he's going to throw.
The key here is to hold that runner in Ramos at first and keep him there and sustain this lead for the Falcons. 7th inning, you don't want the wheels to fall off here.
Yeah, and Ramos has been on base in every at-bat with an error and 2 walks now. And his on base is going up, so that's always good.
How we got here to the 4-3 lead. Isaiah Verrett scored on the sacrifice fly from Caravantes in the first. And then that brought the 3rd inning in where Nader had some trouble. Ramos able to bunt in Flores on the bunt. And Kevin Jordan had that sacrifice fly RBI. In the 5th, Ramos scored on the RBI from McCarthy. And then last inning, as you guys saw, Krebs scored on the RBI double from Tyler Pearsall. And then that brought in 2 runs from Elias Diaz. Gutierrez checks on over to Ramos at first.
Just to let him know I'm here and I'm going to know that you're there and watch out for me, basically. But he's left-handed, so I doubt that Ramos is going to take that aggressive of a lead.
And McCarthy showed bunt, so it looks like the Bulldogs are going to show some small ball. This Caparelli's right next to Denning, pretty much.
As soon as the ball hadn't left Gutierrez's hand. I don't think he even had the ball in his hand, and he was already at home plate.
Yeah, that's where when you're a first baseman, you're betting on him bunting, and if he pulls back and slashes, you're ducking.
Yeah. It's always dangerous, too.
Very. McCarthy shows bunt. Ball gets away from Denning. Ramos moves up to second on the pass ball. So now, do you think he's still going to bunt here?
No, I don't think he's going to bunt. The runner's in scoring position, no outs here. I think he's just going to – I think he might show bunt one more time and then go back since it's 2-0 the count against – excuse me, for him. But I don't think he's going to bunt.
2-0 to McCarthy. Diaz holds Ramos, and Ramos shows a fake steal fastball in there for a strike from Gutierrez. McCarthy showed bunt and pulled back.
Yeah, I don't think he's... Oh, they're exchanging signs. I think Denning is telling the infield where to stand.
Where to stand. Where to probably go on a bunt.
Mhm.
And it looked like McCarthy was getting his signs from head coach Doug Williams over on the dugout. The 2-1. In there for a strike. 2-2.
Even up the count. In this situation, he might try to pull the ball in between the Diaz brothers, try to put it into the gap, make something work here.
Gutierrez looking for the strikeout. The 2-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. 3-2.
A little conference between Denning and Gutierrez. Probably just telling him to just, take a deep breath and just focus on the hitter. It's a full count, so just think of it as just a purely strikeout kind of situation.
Ramos with the decent lead on second. McCarthy calls time. Maybe trying to get in Gutierrez's head. McCarthy, too, as well as Ramos, an on-base machine so far today. 2 walks and a single. Set is Gutierrez. The pitch. Fastball. Just misses low. So first and second, no out. That'll set up a double play opportunity with Kevin Jordan. Coming on up. Looking to tie the game for the Bulldogs. Had a single his last time up. As well as that sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning.
I mean, Gutierrez was playing first base earlier in the day, so his mind was just purely like defense and hitting. So he has to get back into that pitcher's mentality and focus on pitching,
Jordan
which can be
shows
hard.
bunts that foul left side.
He'll get it together, though.
Yeah. Well, some people think that just because you were on the field and you switch positions, it's going to be easy. Even if you go from
it's
left
totally
to
different.
center,
Yeah.
it's different. Every position is unique in its own way, especially from position to pitcher.
Of course.
Jordan shows bunt once again. Gutierrez, a couple looks over to Ramos. Curveball in the dirt, dug out by Denning. 1-1.
It's only the 7th inning, but it honestly feels like we're in the 9th right now. And this is like the decider moment right here.
Kind of is.
7th
In a
inning
sense, yeah.
is big. Bunt by Jordan, foul as Denning catches it behind home plate.
I can appreciate them playing the small ball too. They're down by 1. It's not that great of a lead that the Falcons have over them, but you're still down and you have to play the ball. You have to play the way you want to, which is small ball right now. Get them in, get them over. Just continue that, moving up the lineup kind of.
A recipe for small ball, like you said. Get them on, get them over, get them in. And Jordan looking to do just that as he's down 1-2. See if he bunts here. Does not. The pitch, foul back, out of play. Gutierrez loses it in the sun.
Oh yeah, the sun is.
Oh, it is
facing him
flaring,
directly. Shadows are showing. Not significantly enough for anyone to be just distracted or anything. Not yet, at least. But the sun usually goes down.
The poles.
Yeah. Sun goes down like around 5 o'clock though.
Breaking ball outside. 2-2. 2 to the count to Jordan. Gutierrez delivers. Line drive into the gap in left center field, and that'll drive in. Excuse me, here comes Ramos, cut off from Caparelli, so that'll indeed score a run. McCarthy on over to third. Jordan stays put at first, and that'll be a tie ball game.
Not really sure why Caparella tried to cut that off. It looked like Denning had that regardless if he would have been out or not at home plate. Instead, Denning could have prevented the runner from advancing to third, and instead the ball got away, trickled away a little bit, runner advanced. Now not only is he in scoring position, but he's at third base.
Yeah.
So overall, not really a good mental play by Connor. Granted, he just came into the game, but he looked like he was a little antsy. He wanted to do something to help the team.
That's when communication really comes into play.
Yep.
You wonder if him sitting out for the first 6 innings of the ball game, like you guys said, the chemistry just not getting the feel of it quite yet. So first and third, shows bunt, is loud, gets away from Denning. Here comes McCarthy, and that'll be a run for the Bulldogs.
Not really used to seeing that happen to Denning, either getting crossed up or getting a pitch, behind him or anything. Just bad plays like back-to-back, But in this situation, that's when you have to just shake it off and forget that happened and just put your teammates on your back and carry them. And I can only imagine Capriella be thinking it's all his fault. That's what I used to think when I did have the chance to play. I used to think that's all my fault, and you just have to let your pitcher know that you're sorry. And he has to just shake it off, kind of.
Bulldogs able to capitalize on the mishap from Caparelli. Still no out. Jordan on second.
Looks like some type of confusion. They're saying it's an 0-2 count, but umpire says it's 1-1. Talking about the bunt, they're saying that he went around.
We're having a conversation now. Salampa's going on over to talk with the home plate umpire.
I just would like to say that if this was Coach Dover, he would not politely ask, "Can I speak?"
He probably would have got
this?
ejected or
he
something.
He would have 1 foot in, and then the umpire, "Nope, go." Just leave. When I interviewed Coach Salampa earlier in the year, he said that that's not really his, motto. He's not really that kind of a guy. He can be that guy when it gets to that point, but he tries to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and that's what he's doing right now. Just telling the umpire what he thinks he missed.
I think Stover and Salampa were like that good cop, bad cop kind of thing when they coached together. So
Got a much longer fuse than Stover.
I mean, Stover was like 300,000 feet tall, so he already looks scary.
That is true.
So,
the tower.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you see him like square up his shoulders,
Yeah.
you know he means business.
He is super nice. Though.
Oh, he's so nice.
He has to
yeah.
be one of my favorite coaches.
I'll never forget he yelled at me once because I came in from the front gate and he was like, "Don't do that because other people are gonna follow you." And then at the end of the game, he apologized. He's like, "I didn't mean to yell at you. And thank you so much. I would have went home and cried."
We're back in curveball in there for a strike to Lau. 1-2. See if Gutierrez can put away Lau for the first out.
0 for 3 today, so Gutierrez looking to make it 0 for 4.
Yeah, Lau had that line drive double play on over to Caravantes to Gutierrez at the time. Big double play back in the 5th. The pitch off of Diaz's glove. And here comes Jordan. He'll stay put at third. No turn. So base hit for Everett Lau.
And that was great backup by the outfield over there by Barrett and Brown backing up Diaz. Did go right off of his glove into the outfield, but like I said, that backup prevented the runner from third scoring, which it looked like he could have scored easily. But with only a 1-run lead, you have to play baseball safely right now.
Mm-hmm. No outs.
Yeah, and you don't want to make the first out at home plate.
Yeah, Bulldogs getting the momentum once again in the 7th inning. Solano just having a hard time the past few games with the lead.
Yeah, it seems like they can get the lead no problem, but holding on to it is what they have the issue with. And hopefully they can fix that throughout the season, and it doesn't hold them back towards the end when it really matters, you know?
Yeah, especially when league starts.
Yeah.
It's when the games matter the most.
You just got to minimize those errors, too.
Exactly.
Papa Pietro looking to add a little bit of insurance for the Bulldogs as he takes a fastball out.
I mean, it feels like we've been seeing Papa Pietro up there every inning. He's one of those players that you can count on him offensively and defensively in center field.
I like the name, too.
Papa Pietro.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's cool you don't have to say his name that often and stumble over it.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never met a Papa Pietro before, so it's unique.
2-1 the count now on that high fastball call for a strike. San Mateo tripped at the umpire for that one.
Jordan at third, looking to squeeze in there.
Fastball off the fist.
Oh, really good.
And Papa Pietro falls down foul. Evens up the count 2-2. Looks like the Falcons will give up the run on third as the middle of the infield is playing double play depth.
You have to think outs before runs. You always have to ensure your quote-unquote safety before you give up or think about their runs.
Breaking ball just in on the fist. Full count now.
What I noticed with Papa Pietro is as the ball is getting to him, he's getting lower too. So it kind of disturbs the pitching or the strike zone. So what is normally a strike as he crouches lower as the pitch is thrown, it's a ball now because it's to his letters or something like that, you know? So it's more of an advantage point to him.
As Gutierrez almost catches Lau over there sleeping. Did a little bit of a knee buckler.
He doesn't have that exaggerated of a batting stance, but this one player from the Rockies, I forget his name, but he crouches so low, and there's no strike zone basically.
Wow.
Do you know what position he plays?
He was
as Papa Pietro swings and misses. There goes Lau as he's caught in a pickle. Jordan dancing over there at third, and he just misses him in Caparelli. So Lau will move up to second.
So in that situation, I can see why everyone's mad, but I'm not necessarily mad because had they only focused on him dancing over there, the runner at third would have easily scored. So I can see why they were kind of not necessarily focused on him alone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, trying to end the inning. And it looked like they had him gunned down. Jordan wasn't really aggressive over there at third, but Lau able to use his quick speed and head on over to second. 2 out now with Borderland at the plate. And no swing, says the field umpire.
The player I was thinking about earlier, just to get back on it real quick, is Ramiel Tapia. Butchering his name completely, but I remember seeing him when I went to a Rockies game. Just crowded the plate. He literally was like in a squat, and there was no strike zone. And I think it was, I want to say Matt Cain at the time, and it was definitely pissing him off. Because what can you do? There is no strike zone. Oh.
As Borderland drives that into left center. Here comes one. Here comes Lau, and that'll score 2. Borderland going to second. Here he is. He's out of there. So that'll go down as a 2 RBI single, out trying to advance on the throw to second, and that'll extend the lead for the Bulldogs 7-4.
Well, at least they got that out at second, preventing him from going scoring position and clearing the bases in a sense. So kind of just start over with 2 outs here and just focus on getting the 1 more out.
So 2 out now. And it looks like we have a pinch hitter for the Bulldogs and David Rajeski. He fouls the fastball right in front of us in the booth. So once again, getting scared.
So I just think it's funny how when McKenna got scared, no one called her out on it. But once I flinched, it's the big story of the day.
Huh?
You flinched earlier when the ball was hit.
I have a flinching problem.
In there for strikes. 1 and 2. Pops that up. There is Caravantes. And that'll do it for the inning. So Bulldogs able to extend their lead 7-4. Solano looking to get back into this game.
Hi, this is Tyler Pearsall. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Roberto Diaz will lead off the bottom half of the 7th. Looking to get the Falcons back into the game. As Diaz takes a first pitch strike from Apasachia, who's still in the ball game. Dio one. Changeup swung on and missed from Diaz. Pulled the string on that one.
He's trying to make something work. Try to yank that ball.
Diaz down quickly, 0-2. The 0-2. Fastball. Outside. Most likely a setup pitch. See if he does a breaking ball here. The 1-2. Swung on and missed from Diaz on the breaking ball for the first out.
Up next to bat, right fielder, number 20, Kyle Krebs.
So that'll bring up Kyle Krebs.
He had the phenomenal play in the outfield, running all the way to foul territory into the opposing bullpen in that dirt, and recovered easily to throw the ball back in and prevent their run from scoring.
As he swings on the first pitch fastball, fouled, 0-1. Krebs 2 for 2 on the day with a hit by pitch. Ended up scoring last inning in the 6th. Swings and misses on the changeup. So now Krebs is down 0-2. See what Apasachia does here.
It almost feels like the Falcons need something big
momentum booster.
Yeah, something big to happen for them to have a momentum booster in a sense. They need to have like a pitch.
Fastball misses 1 and 2.
They need to have like a big base hit, something to get the team to be together. Because right now it just seems that it's just deflated in the dugout and they're not really like in it necessarily.
Yeah, back in the 6th, or last inning I should say, but because it seems like forever ago.
Yeah, I mean Tyler really got their momentum going.
Yeah, when Pearsall hit that RBI double, that's when the dugout was going crazy and you saw everyone engaged and into it. But now they're down 7-4.
Yeah.
As Krebs hits it over to Borderland, puts it in front of him, still off the bouncer, on over to Necht to complete the play.
Yeah, it looked like he rolled over on that pitch and just went to Bortolian over there.
Catcher, number 21, Jared Denning.
It doesn't even need to be offensive in a way. It could be a defensive play, like that double play when Wallen was pitching, that line drive double play. That got them into it. That got the crowd into it. So it's just something like that.
But if anyone can give a momentum booster, it's Jared Denning.
Mr. Jared, exactly.
Denning looking for his first hit of the day, 0 for 3. He gets a changeup at the knees for a ball.
Like it's almost like not saying he does, but it feels like he might have a little too much pressure on him because he is known as a big RBI guy, the monster presence at home plate. So he might have just a little too much pressure that any pitch that's relatively in his zone, he has to swing on it. He has to try to drive it over the fence, not necessarily like a little blue base hit.
But I think pressure makes you become a better player too.
Yeah.
Because you have that pressure and you want to make what? Oh.
What were you saying, McKenna?
You lost my train of thought. No, I'm just kidding. Anthony lost my train of thought. No, I mean, when you're known as, like, the guy, I think it makes you want to be better so you can show everybody that the reason why they call you the guy. And especially if you want to play at the next level, too.
Denning hits that right side, foul. Past Necht over there at first.
It was just a little easier last season, and because he had Jack Pridey, he had like that other presence. So if he didn't follow through, he knew Jack could have. So they kind of balanced it out, you know.
But you also know that, I mean, he's a sophomore, so you kind of have to be a leader on the team too.
No, 100%, exactly.
I think last year, you know what helped with his successful season as he goes down swinging there is that Pridey was in front of him. So they probably pitched around Pridey, ended up pitching to Denning, not thinking he was going to be a threat. And, you know, his stats said it all last year. But the Falcons go down 1-2-3. Bulldogs in the top of the 8th.
Hi, this is Tyron Salampa. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back. As Anthony Flores, left fielder for the Bulldogs, will start it off here in the top of the 8th. Gutierrez is still on the mound for the Falcons as he throws a first pitch fastball in there for a strike.
In the last half of the inning in the 7th, when Denning struck out, he was not happy with himself, 0 for 4. And you wouldn't be happy with yourself, you know, when you're known, as McKenna has stated, you're that guy. But in this situation, you just have to dust that off your shoulder and just go back and help your team now defensively and help Gutierrez up there connect his pitches.
Yeah, still very early in the season so far.
Yeah.
So Denning trying to get those cobwebs out of his bat before
when it really counts, yeah.
Before league starts. 1-2 to Flores. Breaking ball in there. Catches Flores looking for the first out.
And, you know, especially those strikeout looking, those build someone's confidence because your pitch is that good that they thought it was going to be off the pit or off the plate. But instead they were caught looking and struck out just like Flores just did.
As that'll bring up Sean Prozel. 1 for 3 on the day. Singled back in the 3rd and ended up coming around to score as well. He's up 2-0.
Are you a DH kind of guy?
I like the DH, honestly.
Well, I know you're American League, but I'm not a fan of the DH, and I'm part of the protest, whereas if you want to make it in the National League, I'm not watching baseball anymore.
Of course you are.
No, I'm serious. You know the DH, right? Like,
yeah.
Would you like it in the majors at least if they did it for National League and American League? Because right now it's only in the American League that the DH is there.
I mean, I don't know. It's whatever.
I like it. I honestly do. How come you don't like it, Solon? I want to hear it.
I like seeing pitchers hit. I like seeing the Madison Bumgarners of the world that know that they're not just a pitcher, that they can hit too, that pitchers aren't lazy. I like that. And I also like seeing the Santiago Casillas where they're so back in the plate that they don't know what the heck hitting is. I like seeing the goofy side of it too.
But I think it's also good that they can just focus on one thing. You know what I mean? I think that's really important. Because like you were saying, when you
as
go to a
Roselle
different
drives out in left
position,
field, back goes Brown in front of the wall for the second out.
it's a different vision and mentality of the game. And they got to switch like that, you know?
Yeah, but pitchers don't have that pressure on them, though, especially, like, if we're talking specifically Major League. Everyone knows that, like, let me think of a name. I don't know any baseball players. Like, oh, my God, I don't know any pitchers.
More like Bumgarner.
No, but he's good. I'm thinking of, like, a average pitcher.
Okay.
Clayton Kershaw. Like, he's not really known as a hitter. He's obviously one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball, but when he's at plate, he's not looking for a pitch to hit out the park.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really have to switch that part of it.
Kershaw can rake, too.
Bumgarner's a little better.
Bumgarner is 100% the best in the league as far as a pitcher hitting, but Gutierrez throws a breaking ball in there for a strike.
So I guess I would say I like the DH.
I like it, too.
Yeah.
I think it's fun when the Giants play the American League, especially like the A's, and I see the DH, and then when the A's come to San Francisco and I see their pitchers hit. I think it's cute and fun, but
as down goes Ramos to end the inning. Great work right there from Gutierrez as he sets down the Bulldogs 1-2-3. Falcons back in the bottom of the 8th. Caravantes, Gutierrez, Pearsall.
This is Robbie Rogers. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
back as Caravantes will step on in. Looking to get the Falcons back into this ball game. First pitch. Fastball in the dirt. 1-0.
You know, before we settle the DH debate, I just like to say I don't hate the DH. I like it, like I said, when the American League teams do it and when the National Leagues visit the American League. But I'd rather it just stay in the American League and have the National League DH free. Like, that's where I stand on it. No disrespect to the Prince Fielders, Albert Pujols of the world.
So you're saying DH free, so say the Giants go and play, say, the Yankees, you know, you'd rather have the pitcher still hit?
No, but if they're
Giants?
if they're in New York, if they're in American League territory, then I don't mind the DH. But when the Yankees go to National League territory, I don't want to see a DH.
Yeah, but like Chris was saying, it's kind of like a free out sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what the rule is right now, though. So, I mean, so you like what's going on with the rule. Are you trying to, like, not have it whatsoever, or are you trying to have it in both leagues?
I'm just trying to keep it as is, basically.
Okay.
Like, just keep it American League, DH, National League, no DH.
Okay.
You know, just keep it status.
Just getting clarification.
Because there's been a lot of talks. You know how MLB's trying to change everything. Pitch clock this, no walk, just throw up the 4, this and that. A lot of people don't want the DH. So I'm just like putting my opinion in no, keeping the American League. But if it's, honestly, if I had grown up an American League fan, I probably would love the DH. I just grew up.
Yeah, I think it's everyone's preference.
Yeah.
As Gutierrez will step on in, takes a first pitch strike. Caravantes walked.
It's like David Ortiz. He's going in the Hall of Fame probably as a DH.
As a DH, not probably.
Yeah, as a DH. And there's been talk, is that even a real position? So, you know, it's just stuff like that.
0-1 grounded over to Lau. We'll just get the easy out to first. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Gutierrez.
Up next to bat, number 29, Connor Caparelli.
Now Connor Caparelli will step on in. Falcons actually lost the DH when they put Gutierrez in the game.
Connor had that little mishap with the cutoff incident in the 7th inning. So hopefully right now he's trying to make everyone forget that and remember this at-bat. And hopefully it's a positive at-bat.
Maybe make up for it here. Get at least one run in. Want to know the count. Hit on over left side, right past Gordon. Solampa will hold on Caravantes going. Cut off by Borderland. So the Falcons won first and third, threatening.
And just like that, you forgot about the 7th inning mishap and focus right now on, like you said, first and third.
Up to bat.
Big inning right now.
Third baseman, number 2, Elias Diaz.
So Elias Diaz, first and third. Ramos went over to talk to Apastachia.
I love how one brother's a right-handed hitter and the other one's a left-handed hitter. That's like perfect.
Roberto's switch, so he could do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
but
can do
exactly.
it all. Yeah.
But yeah, like right now, Roberto's hitting left-handed because there's a right-hand pitcher, and then the other one just right-hand. Nothing special.
Yeah, I always wonder what it would be like to have a twin, but like to be on the same team, like how competitive that would be.
They play like, I mean, you could put a shortstop at third and third at short, so they're kind of playing the same position.
Yeah.
Positions in a way.
Yeah. And they're both defensively at least like great players too, and they know each other, so that relay could be really easy for them.
Yeah.
But some people might think, oh, you have a sibling on the team. Is it competitive? Do you not like it? Stuff like that. But I see more of the positive where you rely on one another more.
Yeah, I guess it depends on your relationship too.
Yeah.
Wait, so they're twins?
Yeah, they're twins.
They don't look twins though.
Fraternal, not identical.
Okay.
They do kind of look alike, but not like identical.
I can see, yeah.
You see similarities.
So there's identical twins, and then there's fraternal twins.
I know
so
that.
identical twins look the same, and then fraternal, they don't look this. You get it? You get it?
Soa doesn't think that anyone knows what that means, so she.
No, just Chris. Just Chris.
Oh.
I was talking to Chris. I was talking to Chris.
Yeah, just me.
Everyone knows that. I just had to let Chris know. And I feel bad. We've been butchering Elias's name like all day.
Elias?
It's Elias. It's like there's like 1,500.
Elias?
I know. I'm saying there's like
Oh.
1,500 pronunciations of his name that we've made up.
Oh.
The past couple of years.
So Bulldogs have a new pitcher in Justin Berry, 6'1", 185, left-handed pitcher out of Hayward, California, from James Logan High School.
Earlier I was saying how I like pitchers specifically, but I like to be more specific than that is left-hand pitchers because I love their finish, and like Barry was doing when he finishes, he kind of has that hop. How he, you know what I mean?
And he throws across his body almost like a sling. Like, ooh, I see a player comp right now, but I can't put it to. It's on the tip of my tongue.
What team?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to come back to that one.
Rich Hill.
Rich Hill's more straight up and down. He's kind of got the 3/4 to him.
Oh, when he finishes, like, yeah, you're right.
Maybe. Let's see this first pitch here. What about Chris Sale?
Okay, I have to pay attention more. I feel like every left-hander, we're going to be like Chris Sale, but he does have that specific uncomfortable no shoulder, no elbow kind of pitch.
The 1-0.
Oh, I definitely see it, especially when he has the ball right before he throws it. I can see Chris Sale.
1-1. Caprilli at first. Carvantes at third. Diaz looking to get the Falcons back into the game. Slowly chip away as he fouls a fastball right side out of play.
I mean, like we were saying earlier, right now, they, of course, rather score the run without giving up an out. But even if it's a sac fly, scoring a run, they'd easily trade it in for.
Runs especially coming in this late.
Mm-hmm.
Every run matters. As Diaz called time, Barry still finishes.
Yeah, that's kind of dangerous to call it that late because Barry was in the middle of his windup, and had he not finished and just thrown in the dirt or something like that, it could have easily, hurt him basically.
You see a lot of that happen in the MLB as he throws a changeup outside for a ball. Those in-betweens where the pitcher is not necessarily looking all the time at home, and once he gets in his windup turns and sees that time called out, throws it over to the dugout or it slips off his hand, something.
And it's just awkward because you're kind of telling yourself to stop, but you're still going.
As Diaz is rung up, looking on the inside fastball from Barry for the second out, and here comes left fielder Justin Brown.
Coming up to the plate, left fielder, number 36, Justin Brown.
So Brown looks to extend the inning. 7-4 here in the bottom of the 8th.
You don't want to leave an inning with runners still on first and second. You kind of want to do something here, and hopefully that's what Brown's thinking.
Barry throws a first pitch fastball for a strike. Barry sets. The pitch. Fastball again inside part of the plate. Brown quickly down 0-2. Not sure what he's looking at. The 0-2 to Brown. Breaking ball swung on and missed for the third out, and that'll do it. Falcons unable to get any runs across the board to get back in the game. 7-4 Bulldogs. Top of the order, McCarthy, Jordan, Lau.
My name is Connor Caparelli. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Jack McCarthy will lead it off for the Bulldogs. 7-4 ball game here at the top of the ninth. Gutierrez still out there on the mound, finishing up the roll for the Falcons.
McCarthy 1 for 1 with 3 walks on the night.
As he swings and misses on the first pitch fastball.
It's crazy to be in the 9th inning right now and look at someone's line, and especially looking at the score, and it's 1-1, and then you look at the walks, and that makes sense. Yeah. But that just shows you he knows his pitches, so he's not going to swing on anything.
1-1 the count. The 1-1 from Gutierrez swung on and missed. 1-2.
Good to see Gutierrez still out there. I kind of thought they might switch the pitcher just to give Gutierrez a break, but why not just work through it and, like you said earlier, just work through the kinks. Yeah.
Does a breaking ball, catches McCarthy looking for the first out. Nice pitch.
Mm-hmm.
See a smile from McCarthy. Maybe giving Gutierrez a little bit of props on that one. That'll bring up Kevin Jordan. RBI single his last time up. Swung on and missed. 0-1. The 0-1. 1-1.
You also notice that Solano always has a tough preseason schedule, and I think that's really important to play those tougher teams so they don't get comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. It's like right now they are 0-2 against San Mateo, but like you said, it's not conference league or anything like that. But it's good to win though, to have that confidence. Like we just beat this raw team.
Jordan fouls that just to stay alive. Yeah, Mateo's not a easy battle at all as they're coming in 4th in preseason poll.
And when you look at the I was just gonna say, when you look at the past scores, it was Tuesday 12-5 and then 11-0. So they're an offensive machine. What were you gonna say?
Oh, they usually play Chabot too, and they're always pretty good too.
Pitch from Gutierrez, swung on and missed. 2 out now with Everett Lau.
And that itself is a confidence booster too, not only to get 2 outs, but 2 of them being of the strikeout.
So 2 down now. Gutierrez looking for another 1-2-3 innings. Lau drives the curveball into right center. Back goes Krebs. Track wall, dives, and he makes the catch.
Kyle Krebs just amazing these past 2 games defensively. The first game when he laid out, today when he went into the bullpen, and then right now with that amazing catch. He's just showing everyone that I'm here to stay.
Yeah.
As Solano looks to tie this ball game up in the bottom half of the 9th. Last licks for the Falcons. Verrett, Diaz, Krebs.
Hey ladies, I'm Isaiah Verrett. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, it's Roberto Diaz, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
My name is Jared Denning. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Number 3, Isaiah Verrett.
Looking to get something going for the Falcons as they're down to their last licks.
And it's good that in the 9th inning, their last chance is the leadoff. You know, getting these fast guys on with Verrett and Diaz, and then having like those power hitters with, you know, Denning up there.
First pitch from Barry, ball outside.
Decided to go gloveless with it in his pockets.
In there for a strike. Like we were talking about earlier, the whole, you know, rituals and superstitions and everything. I see that a lot, especially in the major leagues. You know, you see a couple guys, you know, I've seen even, I forgot who it was. I feel like
Cespedes. He had 2 in both pockets.
Yeah, and he had them on. That's right.
Oh my God, he did have them on.
Yes. Yeah.
I love all the quirkiness of it. I love how every player is different. Of course, their stance and how they hit and all that stuff, but how they dress and how they act and what they bring to the plate. But that was really funny. He really had 2 sets in the back of his pocket, both of them hanging out, and then he had them in his hands with the bright orange compression sleeve.
Yeah, the neon color. Gotta love Cespedes. The 1-2 swung on and missed from Verrett, set down on strikes for the first out.
Up to the plate, shortstop, number 5, Roberto Diaz.
Roberto Diaz at the plate now for the Falcons. Oh for 3 on the day with a hit by pitch. On 1.
Yeah, so I remember in the summer and then last season he was switch hitter, but I guess this season he's going to try to just stick to left-handed. You see that a lot with players where they're usually a switch hitter, but they hit better on certain sides, and I think Roberto decided to just stick to left side with the left-handed pitcher up there.
The 0-2 from Barry. Breaking ball. Dug out by Ramos. 1-2. The 1-2 from Barry. Breaking ball. Hit on the left field. Back goes Flores, and it falls in front of him. Foul.
Diaz was hustling around there, trying to stretch it out, if it had been fair, into a double. Great effort seeing him doing that, especially in the 9th inning, the score being what it is, 7-4, seeing him hustle consistently.
Trying to find a way on base at this point. Every base runner matters. Get him on, get Krebs on, and then bring it up to Denning. Maybe even tie the game up. The 1-2. Fastball just misses below the knees. 2-2. Diaz is catch a break right there.
Yeah.
But you're looking into Ramos, shakes him off a few times, and then finds his sign. The 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed from Diaz for the second out.
Up next to the plate,
Right now it's all to Krebs.
number 20.
And he did have that fantastic play in the outfield to end the inning. So hopefully he can bring that momentum back with him into this at-bat.
So Falcons down to their last out. Kyle Krebs, their last hope. See if Krebs can get on and bring it to Denning. 1-0. The 1-0 from Barry. 2-0. Ball gets away from Ramos. Umpire goes out, gives him a little bit of time.
Yeah, it looks like Barry's just trying to end this game right now. Doesn't want to waste any more pitches or time, really.
Going right after them.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that big sweeping curveball. So Barry's ready. Sets. The 2-0. 3-0. Now Krebs gets on. Denny gets on. Put up Goody.
Yeah, just
Maybe
keep
get
the
something
train
going.
moving. That's all you can do right now. You can't hit a 5-run home run or anything. You just have to get on base.
One man at a time. Let's see if Krebs can do it here, the 3-0. Fastball in, so that'll be a walk for Krebs. Now Jared Denning up. 0 for 4 on the day. Looking to change that here.
Catcher, number 21, Jared
Well, this
Denning.
is like what we were saying earlier about the pressure and how right now this is the pressure time, and this is when you have to show everyone that you're that guy, that 50 RBI a season guy.
Thank you.
You're girl, I got you.
Doug Williams, manager of the Bulldogs, out to talk to Barry. Maybe just calm him down a little bit, give him some time. Maybe even pitch around Denning to go to Gutierrez on deck.
And, you know, Denning's just trying to just, like, get in his own head and tell himself to just calm down and just, like we've been saying all day, just take it pitch by pitch. But knowing Denny's probably going to swing on the first.
He can do it.
Oh, definitely. At the end of the day, everyone in this lineup can do it, but if you're going to put it on one person, it's going to be Denning.
Barry sets. No hold on Krebs over there at first. Denning takes a first pitch fastball for a ball.
What do you think that meeting on the mound was about? Was it just like calm down kind of meeting?
Probably calm down, give him a little bit of a break.
Let him know what the score is.
And also to buy some time in the bullpen as they've got two guys over there warming up as Denning grounds it foul right in front of the Bulldogs dugout. The 1-1-2 Denning. Swung on, hit left side. Borderland running out of room, out of play.
Borderland chased that like he was going to go crashing through the walls. Yeah. He wanted to end the game right there.
But Denning with a sigh of relief right there. Didn't want to end the game on a pop out to third.
Exactly. This is the ideal situation that Solano wants to be in. Their big guy up at the plate.
The 1-2 to Denning. Curveball just gets a piece of it as Denning. Nice play over there, the dugout of the Bulldogs. Kruger. Denning might want to watch out for that sweeping curveball again. Just a little bit more outside and maybe catch him reaching. Barry set. Krebs on over to first. The pitch. Breaking ball. High. 2-2.
You saw that he wanted to swing on that. You saw he was ready to pull the trigger, but thankfully he didn't, as that ball was a little too high for him.
He was hoping for the curveball to drop down and right in the sweet spot. Two and two the count. See what Barry throws here. Fastball inside. Close call.
You can hear everyone, whether it's the Bulldogs or Falcons dugout or even the fans in the stands right now.
Everyone's on the edge of their seat.
Yeah. This is very climactic right now. It's very movie feeling.
So full count now to Denning. Krebs is going to go ahead and go on the pitch. There it is. Fastball driven into right field. That's deep. Back goes McCarthy. That'll fall in front of him. Brings it in. So here comes Krebs actually from the mishap of the throw. Bounced off. It looked like Ramos. Ends up in the Falcons dugout, so that'll be a run for the Falcons. Denning moves on over to third on the RBI double.
That's exactly what Solano needed right now.
That was a great piece of hitting by Jared Denning, working the count back in his favor, taking some pitches to see what Barry has, and then that was good base running by Krebs. At first I thought, why didn't he score on that? But it was always good to play it a little bit safer than usual, especially in the ninth inning. You don't want to make the out at home plate and then end the game. You never want to do that. But luckily for them, the ball got away and then Krebs scored easily. So now it's 7-5.
Now Carvantes looks to extend it, move the train along for the Falcons. Got another running and scoring position. Try to make it a 6-7 ball game.
Like you were saying, the pressure is on right now.
He takes a first pitch fastball down the middle. 0-1.
And for Carvantes, he has to be a little bit more patient than usual just to see more out of Barry instead of attack the first few pitches, because if you do, you could easily pop it up and end the game on that. what could have happened to Denning too, but thankfully went foul.
The 0-1 fastball in there again, 0-2. Falcons down to their last strike.
Right now, it feels like this is the playoffs. This is it.
Or die,
But
yeah.
we're literally in the beginning of the season. This isn't even conference games right now. I love it, though. I love this intense feeling that it's do or die, even though it's not necessarily do or die yet.
This is the kind of games you want to see.
Yeah. You don't ever want to see anyone give up just because they're down.
No.
Very ready. The pitch. Sweeping curveball in the dirt. 1-2. Almost hit Carvantes' foot.
Pressure on Barry, too. He got the first 2 outs with Barrett and then Diaz, both strikeouts. And then something happened where Solano just got on. So I don't think he's really used to that either right now. I think he was used to the consistent getting out.
The 1-2. Fastball just gets a piece of it. Foul back, out of play. Middle of the field, once again, playing more towards the holes. Middle of the field, wide open. And that's a curveball. Backdoor catches Carvantes looking, and that'll do it. The San Mateo Bulldogs complete the sweep of the Falcons. 7-5 here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Now, guys, what'd you see from today's ball game?
I definitely saw the Falcons. They put all of their feelings out there. They did try to the end. Like, of course, every team tries to the end. I saw a lot of comeback players. Kyle Krebs is the one that impressed me the most today, and honestly the last game. His defense has improved significantly from summer, and I'm just excited to see him throughout the season.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. This was their first series. I mean, obviously they got swept, but it's something that they're going to have to work on, and they got to figure out those kinks and get that chemistry going again. But it's a pre-conference play, so.
Yeah, and they shouldn't hold their heads down too low, because at the end of the day, they're playing one of the best teams that they could play. Like Chris said, that they're 4th in the league, so they should hold their heads up high.
And nothing to hang their hats on are the Falcons. Falcons look to bounce back next week for their first win. Chris Avaglia, along with my broadcast partners, Soa Balazi and McKenna Guerrero on the Solano College Sports Network. We'll see you guys next time.